wouldn't go to plan. Pelé was targeted by Bulgaria and Portugal in the groups, and after being kicked all over the park by the Portuguese, he eventually had to be carried off the field at Goodison. And that was it. Brazil were knocked out at the group stage for the first and only time. He vowed never to play in a World Cup again, such was his fury at Portugal's antics on Merseyside. But he came back for 1970, where we saw maybe the greatest team in World Cup history. It's actually pretty unanimous. Some say that team brought about the term beautiful game, or jogo bonito in Brazil's native tongue. That team blitzed the competition in Mexico, and it all led to this. Across his career, he scored so many goals, he's even recognised by Guinness as the world record holder. I mean, just look at that. 1,283. Madness. Thanks, Ronnie, we know. At the World Cup, he bagged 12 in 14 games. I mean, talk about a strike rate. Around the world, we all debate our country's greatest player. In Brazil, they debate who's second, behind the only man to have won 3 World Cups, a man who they call O Rei, the king.
I'm not sure about this.
What is this?
What is this? This isn't going to get me going for the what? Do they not know it's 2 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles? Do they not realise?
Is this a DVD holding page?
Go to the director's special cut of the warm-up. We need something. This can't be what we're doing for this show. Maybe it'll work for...
If we can wait a minute, because I don't actually have a running order. There we are. I've got it. Okay, I've got it.
Okay, that's exciting. But, I mean... I think this might work for all the other shows. And in all the other shows, actually be a really, really excellent way of building up to
really good.
All the games.
I mean, keep it loud. Keep it loud. Let's hear it. I mean, I don't...
Let's hear it.
It is a bit, I don't know, 8 o'clock. It's Qatar v Switzerland in the 2026 World Cup.
What do you think it is? Turn it up a bit,
Turn up a bit, yeah.
A flight to Mallorca will cost you £399 for 2 adults and 2 children. Flying economy, you'll get board and lodgings, half board, breakfast, no dinner at the Seasons of All Time Hotel.
For all you lovebirds out there,
just go to the website. Yeah.
It's $699 per person at the Seychelles Hotel.
It's not working for this show. We need something more.
I don't know.
Do they not realise? Can I just say,
the World Cup started.
Can I just say, Charlie, for the go-get-its, I am maybe 20 feet from Barry Glenn, a sleeping Barry Glenn.
So he's going to have to put up with it.
He did say it's okay.
Life.
It is all on him. He said it's okay. You can.
He'll enjoy it, really. He'll be dreaming. He'll be dreaming of what is that?
I think visually, I'm looking at the YouTube. I do look a bit like I'm just a floating head at the moment. mainly work. It's the future. It's 200 years in the future. I'm just a head floating around. But look, is there not somebody?
That's better. That's it. There we are. We're off.
suddenly it's the World Cup.
It's the World
this is
Cup
what they
now.
play when this is what they play when the players walk out. This is what Gianni wanted and what he wants. I fully support in every single way.
This
Here
is
we go,
what
everybody.
Pochettino played to the Americans last night, and they scored within 1 minute.
Exactly. Well, 7. Here we
7
go.
minutes.
Good morning, everybody. This is the world's biggest sports radio station. It's talkSPORT. My name is Max Rushden. Alongside me, Charlie Baker. Charlie, this is just any warm-up.
This is the World Cup warm-up, Max, on Saturday, it's not written down in front of you, 13th of June 2026, and at 20 o'clock it's Qatar v Switzerland in the 2026 World Cup. It's live on talkSPORT, presented by Hugh Woozencroft. Commentary from Ian, the Duke of Knutsford Dancer, and former Chelsea defender Scott Minty Mintu, the Obi producer. It's Ian Dancer! Go get it! And then at 23 o'clock, it's Brazil v Morocco in the 2026 World Cup. It's live on talkSPORT, presented by Hugh Woozencroft. Commentary from Paul Mitchell and former England striker Darren Benty Bent, the Obi producer. He's new. It's Paul Mitchell. Go get it! And then on Sunday the 14th of June at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's Haiti versus Scotland in the 2026 World Cup. It's presented by Natalie Sawyer. Commentary from Big Joe Shannon and former Scotland assistant Mark McGee, the Obi producer. It's Eddie Meta! Get it! And then at 5 o'clock, it's Australia v Turkey in the 2026 World Cup. It's presented by Ben Fletcher. Commentary from Adam Stamford Bridge and former England defender Mickey Gray, the Obi producer. It's Adam Bridge! Bridge over water. I release your It's Big Ticket Live! World Cup action you can't afford to miss.
It's a skill I never thought I'd have to learn, Charlie, which is singing, whispering, singing quietly. But actually,
I broke away just to hear you singing for a minute there, Max.
And what did you think?
It was absolutely beautiful.
Wasn't it? I think I really nailed it.
I think you've got a very nice... Maybe this could be your thing, sort of.
Do you think
very
so?
soft
Sort of snooker commentator.
singing.
I'm trying to gauge the volume. I'm waiting for the WhatsApp to ping. Normally, it's Mrs. Rushden saying the kids are awake. That's what I normally deal with. What I'm waiting for is that door to open.
Yeah.
And a gruff Irishman to
Well, he
say,
can't moan about it. He can't moan about it.
He said it was fine. He said he'll suck it up. Now, Sean's...
He said he'd suck it up. Well, what happens while you're away in LA is up to you, Max.
Sean's been in touch, and here's an issue, because sometimes there are text messages to the previous show.
Oh, yeah.
But but this text from Sean says, Max, you're an idiot as well. But this is very difficult now, because is he talking about Max Scott? Is he getting one in early for us?
Yeah. Has he,
I don't know.
Has he called me an idiot somewhere else, and then he said you're an idiot as well?
Yeah.
Like ref cam, please can we have a bed cam? We'll get live pictures of Barry snoring on his back. I won't use the description.
We did H&J on Wednesday at 5 a.m, and that was 5 a.m. for me, LA time. And so I got up at 4 and I had a yogurt, and he was very annoyed that I ate the yogurt. His fury was that I had a big tub of yogurt, and I had moved some of the yogurt into a bowl because I didn't want to eat a whole 500 milliliter part of yogurt. And he was
decanted.
I decanted the yogurt into a bowl, and he thought this was complete insanity that you wouldn't just eat from the pot. And also, it's quite noisy at 4 a.m. So, so that was his gripe.
Sean's been back in touch. The previous one, I actually like you two. Sorry, Max Scott. I thought Max Scott did an excellent job this morning on the Game Day breakfast. Standing in for Shaban. Of course, we'll be speaking to Shaban later on about Scotland's hopes v Haiti, Max.
Yeah, such a big moment, such a massive. It's such, given the group, and I know everyone has said this, but God, this is a massive game.
Big game, and, isn't it? They need it.
Given Scotland's World Cup history and their proclivity to just mess it up.
Yeah.
But this is and you should never underestimate any team in the World Cup, and Haiti to get there, and Paul Watson's coming on later, and actually what they've done to get there, never playing in their country because of the unrest there, is absolutely extraordinary.
How are McTominay's guts, do we know? Because that's been a big chat over the last few days, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Having to travel alone.
It's all that foreign food.
You think so? Yeah. Someone said he had that perfect Italian diet for so long and absolutely fine. And one day, because there's, the GM chicken, whatever they do to the chicken here. I don't know.
Fill it with water, I think.
Whatever it
Something
is.
Like that.
And that was it. Straight through. It's gone straight through him. Do we know if it's both ends or just
we don't
one
know.
end?
We need to know. Do you know what I heard? I've only just heard Scott McTominay speak, and I was expecting, proper sort of wee Jimmy cranky Russ Abbott as see you Jimmy Scottish. He's Manc, sort of a Manc accent going on.
He's got a bit of a
slightly disappointing.
Couldn't he? He could be a referee with that accent. And do you know something I've noticed from the World Cup that has really disappointed me? I was just in the first match where there were the 3 red cards, and one of them was a VAR one, wasn't it? I think at least one of them, or maybe 2. And I was, even though the ref I think was Algerian, I was really waiting for the camera to rest on him and to go, after review.
That's just what they all sound like. And we've got the Senegalese referee here. After review.
They're all rugby league, man. That's it.
Hey, I had a thought. If 3 players get sent off from each team in one game, everyone's back. Yeah. Everyone's back on.
Everyone's back in.
Because it's just even then, isn't it?
Well, I know what you mean.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Disappointed that Charlie isn't saying international team nicknames in the low voice he normally does. That's not me. That's the computer does that. Work on that for next time. I don't know where do you find out? I suppose okay. So like the 3 lions. Okay, yeah, I get it. So I can think of the Super
Nigeria.
Eagles. Can you think of any others though? I can't think of. Yeah. Are there any others?
Matt says Scott McTominay. I mean, look, if we want, we will take. What are we taking?
We're taking on the toilet footballers. Are we taking that?
Diarrhea footballers. You can't do that.
I don't think we can do that.
It's the World Cup.
We can't do that. Although this is a nice idea.
Okay.
Suggestion for a new. This is from Colin. Suggestion for a new segment. Listeners send in voice notes whispering sweet nothings, which are then played to a sleeping Barry Glendenning. That's a nice idea.
Okay.
Like a BFG, you could be like the BFG Max, going and whispering things in his ears for him to dream about.
We'll take those on the voice note then. 03717 223344. Do we want to do something? If you had all your kit nicked.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Well, they only left us
dressed in
ball.
something else. But yeah, they I do like the fact they nicked. Let's not steal, guys.
No
don't
stealing.
Encourage that. But leaving the England team with just one football. Like, has anyone got a ball? I bet it's slightly underpumped, isn't it? And now they've just gone on. They've got one flat football.
So is that what we have to play with now? The Croatia.
Yeah, they've only got one. They've got one. If someone boots it out the ground, they've got to go and get it.
That's it.
It's really annoying, isn't it? 1889 on any subject. It is at Max Rush and at Baker's Tweet. It is the warm-up on talkSPORT, brought to you with Arnold Clark. Yes, go on, Arnold. You've finally found the good show. Buy a used car in their upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing, plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. Jordan Jarrett Bryan, our broadcaster journalist, will join us in just a second, and we'll carry on talking. Deli Belly Alley, nice for mine. We will do more World Cup chat with Jordan in a sec.
Locking on back in the UK, of course, and we're right across the lot. We mentioned earlier that Martin O'Neill has been installed at Celtic. Just in the passing, you pleased for him? 1 year deal, Simon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Martin, the only person that would have talked him out of that circumstance is Martin. So I think probably Martin would do a 1 with a rolling year.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a situation where he can see how he feels in a year's time. I don't even know why it was a conversation. I don't even know why it was a debate about whether Martin O'Neill should stay in place. I think it's the least they could have offered him. I hope they've remunerated him properly, and I hope that he continues to build on his legacy, because I like him. Now, obviously, I don't know where you sat on it. I think I know where you sat on it. Nobody wanted Celtic to win besides Celtic fans, because we wanted Hearts to win.
Well, that would have been the story, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Celtic story was a great one, too.
Martin did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job. He went in there and he galvanised Celtic. And so the discussion about whether Martin O'Neill should be given a new contract perplexed me. Besides the fact he kept on telling everyone how bloody knackered he was.
Actually, Brad Friedel's with us, as he will be here in New York. Brad, whatever happened to Wilfred Nancy? Do we know? He came back here with his tail between his legs, having been a major flop in his short time in charge at Celtic.
I'll tell you, it very similar. I came over here and I was the head coach of New England Revolution. I found it very difficult to go from the professionalism of the Premier League this way. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was too stubborn to stay in my own professionalism. I wouldn't adapt to where the level of MLS was.
Steve Nicol was there for a while as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there with, and then Jay Heaps and then myself.
And Paul Marion as well.
I think what Wilfred did, he adapted to the US culture and he went over there. When you go to a club like Celtic and you hear his first interview, I don't care about the results, it's how we play. No. Results matter, and the fans will actually put up with you playing poorly if you're winning the matches for a certain amount of time. So I think he found that change going to that type of club very, very difficult.
Yeah.
With Martin, I played for Martin for 2 years at
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everybody. It is the warm-up on talkSPORT. Max and Barry with you until 1. I understand if you're watching on YouTube that I've moved from the cinema room, which did look amazing, to my bedroom because it's just slightly more convenient. and I do look like a floating head at the moment. But, for listeners, that doesn't matter. I may just be a floating head all the time. Steve, lounging on the sofa in Rolleston, says, morning team, best show on the radio at times. Other than Hawksby and Jacobs, that is very fair. True. Maximus, will you be giving us a rendition of the Queen's finest Bohemian Rhapsody, voiced like an angel?
Very soft.
Come on, I've got to be a bit quiet because Barry is in the next room, Barry Glendenning. We're doing daily podcasts, and he chose Charlie's with us every Sunday because Barry didn't want to get up at 2. I was talking about it, he just said, I couldn't function.
Perhaps we could have on a Sunday. I mean, this is Saturday, so we probably should be talking about what we do on a Saturday. But perhaps on a Sunday we could have just 5 minutes with Barry when he gets up for a wee or something.
I mean, I'll ask him. I'll say he's welcome any time. But Anyway,
Paul Bogba.
Yes, I like that.
We've had quite a lot of Danny, the QPR players.
Yeah, I liked.
Squirt Parker, quite good.
I like Squits. I like Squits Hall. Look, we can't do this. Come on, Charlie.
I like one. Yeah, that's good. Squits Hall's very, very good.
Every week we say we're not going to take this show.
Don't do this
into the gutter. We've gone straight into the gutter. I mean, but
Clint Dempsey. That's nice, isn't it? Didier Bogba, Sepp Splatter.
Dysentery Douay from
Kurt Zuma's really Revenge, very nice. Very good. Wayne Pooney. Okay, we'll stop there. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, that's done. That's done. Anyway, let's talk to the broadcaster and journalist, Jordan Jarrett Bryan. Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Hello, gents. How are we doing?
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
Don't start whispering just because Max, because I've a couple of times started whispering and realised that I'm not actually I'm not actually needing to whisper. I don't know if it's because Bob Harris. It's because Bob Harris has retired this week, so Max is trying to take over the whispering mantle.
Love to Bob.
Love to Bob. Yes.
What an amazing broadcaster going through a tough time. We love Bob Harris, so we send our love to you. It's quite fun actually whispering. But now here's the news, Jordan. You had a baby 2 days ago.
Oh, congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I did. The baby was born the opening day of the World Cup. So
wow.
If I ever forget the baby's birthday, I can always just track it over the years by the day the World Cup started.
The day,
the
day Mexico. I can't even remember the score of the first game now. That's ridiculous.
Mexico won 2-0.
That's right, didn't they? Yes, South Africa were absolutely.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
But that is in terms of timing, right? And a baby being awake all the night, and your chance to watch. It's like you timed it perfectly. You
perfect.
Said,
it's perfect.
We'll conceive 9 months before, and now I'm going to watch everything.
And you can go, and you can say, "I'll be up all night. Don't worry, I'll do the nights. I'll do the night feeds, and you can be up watching the World Cup."
All of that. It's the best of both worlds for me.
Very well, Jordan.
What I will say, gents, just quickly is, and I'm going to lower my voice as I say this because the mother of my child will hear this. I'm knackered. I'm absolutely.
Get used to it. Get used to it.
2 days.
In my experience, it only lasts 19 years, Jordan. So don't worry about it.
I was going to say as well, the first few months they gaslight you by actually sleeping, and you think, "Oh, we got a really good one." I don't know what everyone's complaining about, and you can carry it into the pub, and you're fine. And then suddenly you get absolutely hit.
He just sleeps. He just sleeps. He doesn't do anything. He just sleeps. But sure,
good
more
news.
to come.
A World Cup baby. The World Cup has been born, Jordan. Have you got World Cup fever, Jordan?
You know what? I actually didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to be the miserable party pooper. I came into this World Cup not overly excited about it for footballing and non-footballing reasons. But I'm trying to find the positives now. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games coming up. And I've taken myself away from the pressure of trying to watch every single game, which I normally do during World Cups. This one, it's just not possible. Let's just be real. I don't care if you're a journalist, if you're a fan, nobody is watching every single game. So I'm going to dip in and dip out as and when. And the opening games have been okay. I've seen worse opening games at World Cups over the years. The stadiums look good. They've done a really good job in the presentation. We've had some decent-ish games. So, no, I didn't come into this with World Cup fever. But I think as the games go on and the results come in, I think especially England, some of the bigger nations, some of the more interesting stories, i.e. the smaller nations start having their games, I'm sure it'll pick up from there.
Yeah, I mean, the US were absolutely
great.
I mean, you always got this issue like, is one team good or one team bad? We know South Africa were awful. I didn't think Mexico looked that good. And I don't know how brilliant or not Paraguay are, but they were, from start to finish in this game, absolutely relentless, Jordan.
They were so on it. They clearly claimed to make a statement that although this is spread across 3 nations, this is our World Cup. that's like the American way, and we're gonna kick off this World Cup now. I know you had the Canada game, I know you had the Mexico game, but the World Cup starts now. And they played really well. I don't think Paraguay are particularly good, so I think we've got to caveat that win with the opposition not being particularly good, but really good couple of goals from former Arsenal boy Balogun. Especially the second strike was really impressive. But I thought across the pitch, they were really assertive. They were really in control of the game. Some really good football as well. And I had to remind myself that Paraguay aren't that good. Don't get lulled into the full sense of, oh, could America do it? It's like, no, Paraguay just aren't very good. But look, that's not their problem. Really good opening game, really good opening win. One thing I will just say, though, I'm not a big fan of them using the Chicago Bulls entrance music. I didn't like that. That very
that's
iconic.
For all the teams. That is all the teams.
It's all the
games,
teams,
isn't it? Yeah. It's not just the US, it's all the teams, all the games. It's a bit much, isn't it? It is a bit much.
It's the Mexican goal music. When Mexico scored, they played some goal music. Is that for everybody as well, or just Mexico?
I think that's just Mexico. I think that was just Mexico.
It was great, though, wasn't it?
I think. I mean, the Azteca looked great. Toronto did look great, and actually LA, the stadium looked great.
It did.
And actually Canada, I thought, showed real resolve to like keep on keeping on, because Bosnia, like Kolasinac was unbelievable for Bosnia, like headed every single thing away, and then one clearance. But I thought Canada actually, I mean, they didn't look as good as the States, but like they need to win that group to stay in Canada, which I think is like, you want the host nations to go far, for the vibe in the countries to be great. So I think the US win is absolutely massive for this tournament.
I don't think US can win the tournament, but you know, they've got home advantage, they've got brilliant manager, some really good players, and if they can get that teamwork working. You know, host nation does more for you than you think, I think.
I think it does, and I think Canada trying to assert themselves in this World Cup, because like America dominating this because they're the bigger nation. Mexico, from what I'm hearing from friends and colleagues out there, they're the vibe. They're making the most amount of noise. They're having the most amount of fun, from what I'm hearing. So the fun is in Mexico. So how Canada assert themselves in this World Cup, I'm interested to see how because Canadians aren't known for being particularly abrasive or loud in that particular way, but how they put their stamp on this could be winning games and getting further than people expect them to get.
Yeah. Brazil-Morocco today is probably the first, this is a serious game of football. And that is, we're going to talk Scotland in a second in case Scotland fans get annoyed, but like Brazil-Morocco is something to get really excited about, because Morocco are a really good team. Obviously, every time you see Brazil, you presume they're brilliant. And sometimes you look at their squad and go, he's in there. I don't think he's that good, but it's impossible to call this game, I think, Jordan.
I'm not sure Brazil win this one. I'm not sure Brazil wins. Honestly, I think Morocco are really good. And I think Brazil will go deep in this competition. But this particular game, I wouldn't be surprised if Morocco gets something from this match. I think the Brazilian squad isn't the Brazilian squad that we're used to over the last 20 or 20 years and beyond. It is a Brazil squad that look human. There's some star players in there clearly, and they've got a world-class manager in Ancelotti. But I'm not convinced this Brazilian team win this first game here. I think Morocco are going to cause them lots of problems. They will bring the energy as well, and I think the football they play, I've seen quite a lot of Morocco over the last 2 or 3 years. They will cause Brazil some problems. So if Brazil aren't on job, they will struggle today.
Just what Scotland need, that, isn't it? Brazil going into the game needing a win.
Yeah.
I had someone say
a nice draw because of Scotland.
I heard just someone say, Scotland's midfield might be better than Brazil's midfield. When is this? Is this a sentence I ever thought I'd even hear someone say? It's possible, isn't it? Hey, have you had a little boy, little girl, Jordan?
It's a little boy.
Yes.
I won't say his name, but it is a name that is similar to the surname of a current Arsenal player, and that wasn't by design. That was just pure luck.
Saliba Jarrett Bryan. This is, what is it? Similar Wacker.
It's very
Jordan Bryan.
I'll text you after, Max, but it's very similar to
T&E. I love the name T&E.
Yeah, I like Bocarez.
Jarrett Bryan.
Dauman Jarrett Bryan. What a lovely lad.
That's good, isn't it? Good stuff, Jordan. Well, many congratulations. Go back to sleep or go back to looking after the baby. Cheers, Jordan.
Thanks.
Cheers, Jarrett Bryan there. It is Max and Charlie with you until 1. JJ Bull's going to come on. He came on, didn't he, H&J?
Yeah,
he's got the best song for Scotland. We're going to play his Scotland song and start looking ahead to the game against Haiti. Stephen's been back in touch with a picture of Bohemian Rhapsody, I see. Because
That's what you look like. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
We need you. If someone can just take a screenshot, Max, then put four of him there. There we are. Perfect.
Wayne says, I just switched from the radio to YouTube. Max looks like he's in one of those strange BBC Two late night improv theatre shows from the early 90s.
Or have you ever seen? Did they show you at school the Judi Dench and Ian McKellen Macbeth? Where it's all done by candlelight.
Yeah.
That's
well, interestingly, we are going to do a read through of Macbeth.
Oh, well, it is Scotland next, so
Yeah,
good news.
it is. Yeah, absolutely. Max and Charlie with you till 1. With the good people of Arnold Clark, buy a used car in their upgrade event, get 2 years free servicing plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June.
What is interesting there, I think, is that Bellingham is saying the group didn't connect as well as it could have done. Why is he saying that?
As a deflection. Listen, every player knows where they stand. I'm going to give a story, but I'm not going to say the name of the player because that would be wrong. But I will say it was Martin O'Neill because he won't mind me saying this. Okay. You'll get enjoyment. There was a player who came into the Aston Villa changing room, and he was like, "I need to talk to the manager." And us as players were like, "Yeah, you got to go talk to him. You got to go talk to him," because we knew kind of how it was going to go. So he bursts in there and he knocks on the door and he's all bold and brave. And then Martin O'Neill goes, "What? How can I help you?" And he goes, "I need to know where I stand." He goes, "You haven't played for me and kicked the ball for me in 3 months. You know exactly where I stand. Now turn around and get out of my office." Players know where they stand. If you're starting, you know where you stand in the manager's eyes. Yeah. If you're a substitute, you know that the manager does like you, but maybe he thinks in formation or whatever, that's something else. If you're not playing, you know also exactly where you stand.
The memo's clear. I mean, the interesting thing is that it's you get an insight into the psyche of a player, but the most important thing is the follow-up question to what he says. And there isn't the follow-up question. There's just a one-way transaction of we needed to feel loved, we needed to feel, in a certain way, and we didn't connect together, and perhaps we didn't celebrate wins as much as we should have done. Well, there's a real, that's the nature of the beast. That's the society that we live in. Sometimes things are taken for granted, and it's the criticism that comes more readily than the praise. But if you're a team, do you want to be in a big team that has expectations of you? Do you want to play for a big club like Real Madrid that has expectations of you? I would imagine he'd spend more time complaining about playing for Real Madrid and the expectations upon him as a Real Madrid player than he would playing for his country. Right. And the challenge to that sort of question should be, well, what is it you expect of a manager? What is it you expect of people that are supporting you? Because you are lauded and applauded and revered. Yes. I think it's to do with a lot of... you heard rumours coming out of that camp last in the Euros about who didn't want to do press conferences, who didn't want to come up for this, who didn't want to come up that. Harry Kane apparently had an issue about Jude Bellingham not doing enough public appearances and all that sort of stuff. That might be gossip, and some of that might be right. But that should not be an insulation.
I think that we might lose, but I will go there anyway, because I want to see Kenny McLean from 50 yards. I think that he might score. Kieran Tierney from 30 yards. Oh, I know he's gonna score. The Scummy dominate.
It's so good, isn't it?
Ballon d'Or. Yes, please.
80 Scotland live on talkSPORT 2 in the morning. Natalie Sorby, your host, Joe Shannon, and former Scotland assistant Mark McGee will be your commentary team. And let's talk to the man who wrote that song, JJ Bull, the very unofficial Scotland song. How are you,
Yes, JJ.
pal?
Hello, how are you doing? I'm quite tired. I've been very busy. Very busy.
That's good though, isn't it? You're a big hit.
It's great. Oh, I love it, yeah. And there's you might not have heard it yet, but Kevin Mackay, like superstar DJ, founder of Glasgow Underground, did a remix as well, and it's an absolute hit. It's so good. Oh,
I mean, what a great thing! Like from writing that song, I know you've written loads of songs, and so many of them. Really, we're going to play a couple more. But like to see this, I don't know how viral it has gone. But like I saw you on Sky Sports News doing that, which is an odd place to do a live music performance. But like it's been so brilliant.
Oh, it's been so fun. Like, I'm so lucky that not everyone hates me yet. I've heard the song so many times myself now, so I'm like right on the edge, you know?
Yeah.
But it's got genuine musical sort of nous in it. You know, it's got a genuine groove, and it doesn't feel
and
like
it builds, doesn't
like
it?
World in Motion. You know, it feels legit in some ways.
It's because I'm a genius, Charlie. That's
I knew that. You've told me that before, JJ. And people can buy it on vinyl now, right? You released an album on vinyl.
I've released it. This is a made up thing I've got of it. If you're watching, then you can see it. If you're listening, you can't obviously. But the vinyl is coming. It's not out yet.
Okay.
I've got it being mastered by the same guy who did Adult DVDs EP, which is going to be cool. And when it's ready, I'll be trying to get people to buy them, so I don't have them sitting in my house. But it'll sound great.
And are you performing tonight, or are you just watching tonight?
Oh, am I? I'm playing at the Blue Monk in London. It's like massively oversold. Well, not oversold. There's a huge waiting list. They can't get in. I'm so popular. Also, I think it's probably more to do with the Scotland Haiti game that they're showing.
Oh, maybe.
So are you? What time are you on then?
I'm on at 10 p.m.
Oh, okay, that's okay. So people are going to try and drink. Going to try and drink through till 2 o'clock.
Yeah, for amateurs, that's hard. But we're just getting started by that point, you know.
And how do you feel about the game, JJ?
I'm really excited. It's really funny seeing. I've seen a bunch of like social clips today of loads of fans out in Boston, you know, and they're all going around talking to people on cameras and that, and they're all like, "Oh, we're going to beat them 2-0. It's going to be 3-1. It's going to be easy." And I'm like, I like that optimism. I think we will win, but I don't know. They're very good, Haiti. They're much better than you think they are. And I think I said to you last time, like Steve Clark said, they're not a pot 4 team. We've got an insanely difficult group. Like 2 of the best teams in the entire tournament, and Haiti, you are actually all right. But I think that's probably actually a good thing. So there's nothing that you'd expect to be easy. You can turn up and walk it. It means you've got to be switched on, you know?
And how old were you in 98? I'm just trying to gauge, how much Scotland pain you've felt.
That would have been 13.
Oh, right.
Right, okay, so you remember that.
And
but you
into
don't
it, were you
remember
13 and into it? Because some people aren't that bothered until
I loved it.
older. Yeah.
98's my one that I remember. Like I think my first tournament I remember was Euro 96, really, when I was probably getting into it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't remember
a bit older
that
than some.
one.
It was good.
Do you know what I do remember? I was at England, Scotland. I've said it before, but the Tartan Army, and were unbelievable at halftime, all singing, rocking all over the world, and the England fans all standing there going, "I wish we could be. Why can't we be? Why can't we just let our hair down?" Like it will be fascinating to see. Obviously, there's a massive Scottish diaspora in the US.
I think it's because we were the oppressors, not the oppressed, Max. So we've got we haven't got the Celtic release.
It's a lot about English history there. We don't like to talk about it.
And also,
John
and
McGinn.
throwing.
Yes, JJ.
I was going to say, and also throwing chairs through windows is very addictive. So,
Look, John McGinn is a brilliant player. You've done a John McGinn. Let's play your John McGinn song here.
Oh, yes, please.
okay. And John McGinn is coming to get you. He's coming to get you. And John McGinn is coming to get you. He's gonna find your goal and he's gonna put the ball in it. John McGinn is coming to get you.
It's going to be bouncing. What is it tonight? The blue what? What's it?
The blue monk.
The blue monk.
You know that pub, the Volley? It's like the second one they've got open for the summer.
I don't know who has been in charge of the communications coming out of Scotland, or the whole of the Scotland team, because the kits are great. Your song is unofficial, but part of the whole vibe. There was a McTominay video I watched yesterday where he was walking through the streets of Napoli, I'm assuming,
it's cool,
eating something, and then lots of other like Irvin Welsh turned up, and lots of other Scottish cool people turned up as well. One of the best sort of promo videos of anything I've ever seen. I don't know who's done it, but the vibe is immaculate.
Yeah, I don't know who's behind any of it either, but it's fantastic, and they've got all these fan events on as well. It looks so fun. God, I'm gutted I'm not there. Do you know? But you gotta work.
Gotta work.
Yeah.
Also in your group, Brazil, Morocco, you have an Ancelotti song, right? Let's play come on, let's get them all out here. The Ancelotti song. Here we go.
I like just the instrumental bit, I think.
Yeah.
We could use these as our beds for the show.
Yeah, do it.
We've come in at the wrong
Pay me.
Is it a 2-minute intro before you start singing, JJ?
It's about 20 seconds. Yeah. And here we come.
We don't need no tactics, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
Play the game away.
I'm getting a bit of Spandau Ballet there, JJ. Am I wrong? Or are we
It
thinking
sounds like
somewhere
that, you're
cool?
right, yeah.
Yeah, bit of Spandau.
I mean, like, that is, like, as long as you get something today, right? You win today, okay.
Yeah.
And it's a great first game if you win, of course, because then Brazil, Morocco, someone will take points off someone, right? So then you've got Morocco next, but that Brazil game, it's such a beautiful two kit. Scotland, Brazil aesthetically is beautiful. And I was saying before the break, heard someone saying, actually, Scotland's midfield might be better than Brazil's. You're like, oh, they couldn't, could they?
This sounds so stupid. I'm going to regret it, but I really think Brazil's a game that we can actually win. Honestly, it's just something about it. I've just got this weird feeling. I shouldn't say it out loud, because once you say it out loud, it doesn't come true. So I'm going to retract all the things I've said.
Yeah.
We're going to lose every game. And honestly, I think that'll be fun. It's just knowing that we can be competitive rather than thinking we're going to have to hold out the entire game is a good thing.
I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, listen, JJ,
I'm even going to get up at 2:00 in the morning to watch the Scotland game.
Yes.
Well,
look, thanks, JJ. Thanks for coming on. We'll get you on again, no doubt. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Have a great gig. Let's play out with the unofficial Scotland song. Go and find it. Go and find his vinyl. JJ Bull there. It is Max and Charlie here on the warm-up.
We might lose, but I will go there anyway.
For you, Carl, obviously playing right back, you'd have played against these two guys, and we don't quite know which one will start, and that's Anthony Gordon and Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. Now, you've played against both. I'm not going to say which one's better, but what differences are there between the two, and what makes both of them as good as they are. Obviously, Rashford being at Barca, Anthony Gordon just got the move to Barcelona. Like, what are the differences between the two?
I think that just says it there. There's not really much with one team signing them both,
yeah,
you know, and wanting to take them because they fit the personality that they want to play the game at. I think, listen, they're both extremely quick players, and they both got an eye for goal as well. The main thing is that I feel that in tournaments that I've played in previously to this, there's not been many other goals than Harry Kane, and that's what we need to find. And as having one of them on the pitch, you know, with Bakaya or Noni on the other side, I think they need to bring some goals into it.
The fullback situation. Reece was a little bit more reserved last night than O'Reilly. O'Reilly, we know he's a midfielder that plays left back. He's an 8 that can be a 10. He's incredibly talented. I mean, you'll know all about him, right? Reece, I felt, was a little bit more structured to his game.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because of his hamstrings. Maybe they're managing that. I know at Chelsea they've had to manage that because there is some fragility in and around there. How important is that, though, that Nico Riley does that job on that side? Because his link-up play is exceptional. He really is a major talent.
I think you can't take that away from Nico. What he's done at Manchester City and arriving in the box in areas that you don't expect a left-back to get into just shows what he does offensively. But I think Reece James played a very intelligent game last night. You know, from watching it, he managed himself really well. You don't need to peak now. Reece James needs to peak in the knockout stages. Please God, England get to that, and that's when we'll see the best from Reece James.
Did you hear about Nico Riley?
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Wow, we've mixed it. This is really good.
Well done, Jasper. Well done,
The
Jasper.
people
On
who
the
wrote
button.
these songs said, let's look ahead to the latest weather over in America thanks to QuickFit.
US football forecast on talkSPORT with QuickFit, a team selection that everyone would be happy with this summer. QuickFit, drive away happy every time.
This is exciting, isn't it? I haven't spoken to John
Sponsored.
Kelly for ages. John Kelly's here to give us a
hello,
weather
John.
forecast. Hey, John, how are
Morning.
you?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. Very nice.
Oh, good indeed.
Yeah, lovely to have
Nice
you
to
on.
see you, John.
There's lots of talk about the weather over in that there America, which means we've got a chance to do our own quiz where me and Charlie are going to play you in what's all this weather we're having. It's going to be a great game. But before that, what's
Is
the
it?
what
Not big.
about,
It won't be too embarrassing for me, will it?
No, John.
Well,
nothing's
I
ever
don't think
embarrassing
so.
for you, John. You sponsor.
But-
All
You
right.
support Burnley.
Yeah.
Well, that's embarrassing.
That's a low blow. That's a low
It's a
blow,
low blow.
Charlie.
Low blow.
First of all, the games today, then, including Scotland, what conditions are the players going to have today?
Well, overall, things aren't too bad. I mean, we've obviously got the hot and sultry weather covering most of the United States, but of course down the western coast where it's we've got much cooler, of course, got the cooler winds coming off the Pacific. So those games that have been going on in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and will do in the next week or so, they're going to be pretty good. I think that's where the conditions are going to be best, and Vancouver as well for another game. So conditions there, probably about 25 degrees in Vancouver, 21, 22 in Los Angeles and in San Francisco for the next week or two. So no problem at all in that part of the world. As you come further east, well, there's a big storm area today from Amarillo to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Max knows the way to Amarillo.
Go on, John.
Is there one?
But these storms, you need to avoid them if you can. Anybody in North America with these storms around, they are pretty nasty, very treacherous conditions. Big storm gusts and torrential rainfall, thunderstorms, tornadoes and all that sort of thing. So it's in that eastern part of the Midwest where we've got the big storms again through the weekend. They are still slowly edging a little bit further east. So you wouldn't be too surprised for the match in Boston for Scotland's game. It's going to be very humid, around about 31 degrees, I think. Bit of a breeze off the land, so it's going to be still very sticky, very oppressive weather. And I wouldn't be too surprised if you don't get the cloud building up and showers or rumbles of thunder in the distance during that match, at the end of the game at least. So we could be seeing a change in the weather for Scotland's match tomorrow night. Otherwise, pretty good. Obviously, the storms are around down the Gulf of Mexico. That's where they're always going to be at this time of the year. It's hurricane season, so you could always get storms coming into Dallas and Houston and places like that. So no big change there. Who needs to be a weatherman to say that sort of thing?
Exactly, John.
All right, now, John, so we're going to play What's All This Weather We're Having. It's very exciting. It's been hosted by, and he got this big gig after winning How Tour the Way. It's been hosted by Love to Nigel Adderley. Have we got his theme? Are we coming in? We've got the Adderley theme. Have we planned that?
Nigel Adderley, here he comes.
Anyone? I mean, here he comes. Here's Nigel Adderley. Hello.
Nigel, are you there?
Hey, Love to Nigel.
I'm here. Morning, guys. Morning, John. How are we doing?
Morning, Nigel.
Good stuff. All polite, the pleasantries. Let's get them out the way. Okay, so this is what about all this weather we're having? Nigel, do you know the quiz well enough to explain it to John, or do you need me and Charlie to do it?
No, it's a very simple quiz. We set up a famous football game in history, and we ask you to tell us what the weather was like, or what the temperature was like in Celsius on that particular day, at that particular game. And if you get it right, you get a point.
We have to guess the temperature, John, basically. That's how it works.
Yeah. Guess the temperature.
Celsius.
A bit of guesswork involved there, I reckon.
Yeah, good fun, Good fun. So it's
me
and
Max
for you.
You know all the weathers, John. You know all the Celsius, John. This is we are really out of our comfort zone here. We just
Max, you're never out of your comfort zone.
Well, you're the meteorologist here, so we're expecting a whitewash from John Ketley here. Okay, so give us the first game then, Nigel.
World Cup Classic, 1970, Brazil against Italy, the final, Mexico City, 12 noon kickoff.
Who's first? Who's going
John
first?
Ketley always goes first.
John Ketley goes first, sorry.
John Ketley is a weather.
Well, of course, the thing about Mexico City, it's about 7,000 feet above sea level, so it's not as hot as you might expect it to be.
Stuff.
So I'm going to go midday kickoff. Well, it could still be about 25.
25. What do you reckon, Charlie? I reckon I'm going higher than that.
I think it's higher than that. 27, 28.
Do you think how hot it looks in that game when
really
Carlos Alberto scored?
It looks so hot.
Let's go 26. We're going 27, are we?
Okay, we're going 27.
27, Nigel.
No hydration breaks this day, even though it was 32 degrees.
What? 1-0 up on Ketley.
We're beating Ketley. This is going to be the biggest upset in the history of world football. Okay, question 2 here, Nigel.
I'm sorry I've lost the line. That's rubbish.
Furious.
Never blame the weatherman. Italy against Brazil again. Second round group stage, 1982 in Barcelona. Crucially, a 5:15 kickoff in the afternoon.
Oh, let's have a listen to something from that game.
That's a ball by Chirenzo, and Rossi is in. Scores again.
Of course.
That was Jim Proudfoot doing the commentary in 1982.
Jim was commentating even at the age of 6.
His voice had broken.
I mean, you couldn't hear him either, but there we are. Paolo Rossi scoring for Italy in 1982. John Ketley at 5:15 in the afternoon.
And what was the date?
82.
It was July the 5th.
July the 5th. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go for 30 then.
30. He's gone for 30. I think lower than that.
I think lower than 30, don't you?
I think 28, 27, 28.
You just don't want to go coattails, 29? Cover it all off? 28, okay, 27.
It's gone 27. 27, Nigel.
Should have listened to Charlie. 29 degrees Celsius.
I was spot on. John Ketley in the lead.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
One all.
Charlie. One apiece. Okay, here we go, Nigel.
Right, let's go back to another famous game. Argentina against England, 1986 quarter-final, another noon kick-off in the Azteca Stadium.
Let's have a listen.
Maradona just walked away from Huddle then. Valdano.
Oh,
You have to say that's magnificent.
That's magnificent. John Ketley.
I think we had this on Wednesday, but I can't remember it. John,
Well,
what do you reckon?
I'm still edging a little bit lower than you might expect.
Oh.
So, I don't know. I'll stick at 26.
I think it was hot.
Well, it's up to you, Charlie. I messed up the last one. Our chance to beat John Ketley.
I know. I'm going to go 28. 28.
28. Okay, 28.
Well, I have to say, we did have this on Wednesday, and now we have a different temperature. So clearly they've been to the court of arbitration for temperatures, and now they're saying 30 degrees Celsius.
Oh, 30. There we are.
What's that? 2-1.
2-1. 2-1. We're
Come on,
thrashing it.
2-1 up on
Thrashing you,
Ketters.
John.
Okay,
I know,
here we
it's
go.
awful. Awful.
Right, another final.
Temperature
Brazil against France, 1998, Saint-Denis, Sunday night kickoff, 9 o'clock in the evening, 12th of July, 1998.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was where?
Will
What
Ronaldo
did they
play?
do?
Will
France.
Ronaldo play
Paris.
Saint-Denis?
Paris,
Saint-Denis,
France.
Paris.
Are we going to hear
Oh,
the goal
Paris.
from Zidane?
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
let's have a listen. I still love that Jim Proud was commentating on the Spain 82 World Cup final. It's ridiculous. John?
22. How about 22?
A lovely,
22.
what a lovely day in Paris.
That
22
is
degrees.
It's a nice evening, isn't it?
Evening, yeah.
What do you reckon,
I think
Charlie? I'm
John's
trying to-
pretty spot on there.
I think he is. What do you reckon? Would you
23.
dare go 21?
I'd go 23.
You're going
It's up to
22.
you,
Okay.
Max.
It's
You
with
do
you,
this one.
Charlie. No, it's with you. It's with you.
23 degrees.
Bang on the nose, 23 degrees Celsius.
Oh, yes. Sorry, John.
I don't want to play this
Look at
game.
that. Sorry, John.
Take that, Ketley. Ketley's a fraud.
Kelly,
Found him out
they've
after
rung. They
all
want
these
all the weather back. They want all the weather reports back.
They've
Oh,
rumbled.
dear. Fraud.
Ketley rumbled. Give the
They
BBC
weren't
their
reading
money
the
back,
thermometer
John.
the right way around.
Okay, we've got the last one. Last one, Nigel. Here we go.
It's Brazil against Germany, semi-final, 2014, Belo Horizonte. It was a 5 o'clock kickoff in the evening local time, July 2014, as John will tell us. Southern Hemisphere, so different temperatures.
Oh.
And let's hear the goal from Tony Kroos.
They're on the front foot again with Lahm, who pulls it back. Muller's missed his kick. And Kroos makes it 3! Unbelievable! The Brazilians are absolutely stunned.
This text says, is John working in Fahrenheit? You're getting trolled here, John.
Those were the days. What was the
What
date
was it?
again, Nigel?
The date was July the 8th, 2014, but it's in Brazil, so Southern Hemisphere, so slightly
It's their
different
winter.
time of the year weather-wise.
Yes, of
Yeah, but
course.
it's still pretty warm, isn't it? Let's.
Well, you tell us, John. You're behind.
You're the weatherman.
Yeah, no, allegedly.
It's built on lies.
Well,
It's got a career built on lies and guessing.
I used to be until about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I know. How about 24? I'll still stick at 24.
I'll go lower, Charlie. I mean, I think we had this on Wednesday too, so you know,
Oh,
it's
well,
a
this
bit- it's
feels like cheating now, really.
23.
22.
Oh, we win though.
What a win.
4-1.
Hey, thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Sorry
You were
to-
amazing.
Hey, John, sorry for ruining your entire career. but
Sorry
we'll
to
chat
show
tomorrow.
your career was a whole career was a sham, John, but good luck with the rest of it.
I'm beginning to think it probably was.
We're speaking to you tomorrow, John. We'll speak to you
Speak tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Cheers, John.
Please,
Thank you,
I'll
Nigel.
get my own back.
Love to,
Cheers,
Nigel.
guys.
Nigel,
Have a
there.
good week.
That was talkSPORT's weather update. All thanks to QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
US football forecast on talkSPORT with QuickFit. Your car's star player you can always rely on this summer. QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Oh, is it me again?
Oh, there we are. Ben Ross says,
Charlie.
get
That's
Fish
not-
on. Get Michael Fish on instead.
Get McCaskill. Anyway, we will be a bit late for the sports headlines, but you understand why. Playing a very important game. Marcus Speller from the Football Ramble, join us in just a second. Do some more World Cup stuff.
player up front, I've gone for Neymar.
No, mate. Honestly.
What do you mean? Don't start. I'm giving Neymar a free roll as well.
Mate, Neymar, the most overrated footballer of his generation. No, I'm not having it.
Cundy, don't.
No, I'm not having it.
Don't,
no,
mate. I'm a big Neymar.
No, he
doesn't overrated.
He does. The most overrated footballer of his generation.
Oh my God. At Barca.
No, not having him. Not having him. Not having him. One. Nope, not having it. Nope. That's the music stopped.
Cundy, please, mate.
No, not Neymar.
Who's a better player? Neymar, Hazard.
R9. Oh, give me Hazard every day of the week, mate. Mate, give me. Is it? No, don't get me on the Neymar train.
Okay. R9's playing with him. R9's
take Neymar out.
But no, mate, come on. Neymar. Pace. Skill.
No, he's got a heart the size of a.
Yeah, but mate, he made you enjoy football watching him.
No,
that's a typical centre half.
No, do you know? No, give me R9. Right, I'm not having Neymar. Not at any price.
Neymar, Suarez, Messi.
No, give me Hazard. Give me anyone. You don't want Neymar in your team, mate.
What do you mean?
You don't want Neymar in your team.
What he won with Barca?
What he won?
Well, he's part of it, mate. He was outstanding. Come on.
No. Here's a stat. When he left Barcelona, he never won a major honour again.
It's 2010, and the Goalkeepers Union is up in arms. Why? This thing, the Jabulani, perhaps the most famous World Cup match ball for moving, it seemed, in 3 directions at once. But that wasn't the first match ball row, not by a long shot. In 1930, the World Cup final began with a fight, not between the players, but about the ball. Argentina brought theirs, and Uruguay brought theirs. And when neither backed down, they played 45 minutes with each. Uruguay, with the T model, came out on top. This was the era when balls were heavy. They were classics, sure, but they could double in weight during a thunderstorm. Before we go on, I will tell you that the 1962 ball was called Mr. Crack. A ball that was so heavy when wet, several European teams refused to use it. Instead, the 1958 Top Star was used, most famously for the quarter-final between Czechoslovakia and Hungary. By '66, we had the Slazenger Challenge. Because people watched They Think It's All Over in black and white, we forget the ball was actually bright orange or red, whatever that colour is. But it looked like a floating smudge to people at home. The World Cup match ball needed a makeover. Enter the Telstar. 32 black and white panels. It was stylish, it was modern, and it meant goalkeepers could finally see the thing that was about to ruin their afternoon. It was also the start of an Adidas monopoly. 1986 was the dawn of a new age. The Azteca was the first fully synthetic ball, meaning it didn't soak up water. Recently, though, things have got weird. 2002 gave us the Fever Nova, basically a high-tech frisbee, and then, of course, the Jabulani. Today, the balls have internal sensors that tell the VAR room if someone breathed on it. We've come a long way. But the ball's not the main thing, is it, FIFA? It's just a ball.
Morning all, it is the warm-up on talkSPORT. Max and Charlie with you until 1. You were getting a cup of tea, Charlie. I don't know if you heard that great
I didn't hear it. No. Go ahead.
I'll read it again. It's very funny. Unbelievable housery from Max and Charlie, making John go first every round and using the same games from a few days ago.
We didn't use that. Someone else did that.
No.
Look, we'll play a replay tomorrow. We'll play again tomorrow with John Kelly.
Are we going to play again tomorrow? Okay, yeah.
In association with QuickFit.
I really enjoyed it. Right now, it's we'll talk to Marcus Speller from the Football Ramble.
Oh, good.
We'll do it with thanks to Duracell's Extra Mile on talkSPORT.
Duracell's Extra Mile on talkSPORT. Different, better, unstoppable.
I put a spell on you.
Yeah, boy, Speller. I put a speller on you. Beautiful, man. For saying you weren't going to do any singing, Max, it's been sensational.
Why did I wake Barry up? Because I was singing scat at 3 in the morning in Los Angeles in a hotel room next to his bedroom. Marcus, welcome, Marcus.
Hello, Marcus.
Hello, chaps. Pleasure to be with you as always.
Oh, good. Where are you, Marcus? Are you in the UK or are you in America?
I'm in the United Kingdom, I'm afraid.
You can come in the studio if you fancied, but you probably can't be bothered.
I didn't have the invite. Otherwise, I'd have been there next year.
Talk to the.
Someone invite Speller, for goodness sake. Get him in. How are you finding the tournament, Marcus? How's it settled down for you?
Good. I've been enjoying it. It's always nice to see the hosts do well, perhaps with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 recent World Cups. But yeah, good to see the US get a big scoreline and a big performance. They were brilliant. They were absolutely scintillating. So I can imagine everybody is suitably scintillated over where you are, Max.
Yeah, I think the unstoppable power and the game-changing performance came from following Balogun. Don't you think? You know,
I think he was brilliant.
Fantastic.
It's super. I mean, that second goal, what a finish that was. That is So you compare it to, say, Canada, who obviously drew against Bosnia earlier on. Their main man, Jonathan David, he had his chance early on in that second half. Yeah. And that's an unconfident striker who thought, just hit the target. He's not thinking corners, hit the target. Compare that to Florian Balogun. He's thinking top bins. That's where I'm going with this, top bins. Yeah. And that second goal in particular, absolute beauty.
Yeah. He was at Arsenal, right? He was at Arsenal. Was that? Am I right? And what happened?
Yeah, as a kid, yeah.
What happened? It just didn't happen.
Yeah, like so many of us, we didn't end up playing for Arsenal. But it's fair to say he's gone on and he's doing great things right now. He equalled their biggest ever win at a World Cup. Because we all can't forget the 1930 3-0 victories over Paraguay and I think Belgium was the other one.
Yeah, Paraguay and Belgium. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, in LA, and it was really interesting because you went out for breakfast this morning and there were people in USA shirts already, and it is good to see, and it is really interesting. And I've sort of developed there is a sort of snobbiness from English football fans about Americans and Australians liking football, but since living in Australia, getting a real empathy for people in Australia and football fans in the US, so desperate for this to be good, right? And even the ones who hate the off-field stuff and hate the politics, desperate for this to be good, and desperate for their team to be good, and who are defensive, because if you're in the UK and you're a football fan, you get everything, right? It's like being, I guess, I don't know, a rugby league or a rugby union fan in the UK, right? You have to fight and scrap for a minute of airtime on anything, and that's the same for them. The NBA finals are happening here, and there's this unbelievable game between the Knicks and the Spurs, and no one's thinking about the World Cup. So to see all these fans and to get a win like that is so enormous for. And it's not like, England do well or don't. It doesn't affect how big football is in England, right? But if the Socceroos do well, or if the US do well, the impact that has on the sport is absolutely massive. And we talk about that US team, and Duracell want us to pick players who went the extra mile. I mean, you could pick any one of those players in that US side. I thought Serginho Dest was brilliant. Yeah. McKennie and Tyler Adams were brilliant in midfield. Chris Richards had a great game. Robinson played well. Actually, when you go through the starting 11, and Tim Ream had a good game, you go through the starting 11, Marcus, and you actually think this is a good. I don't know what their depth is like, and Pulisic as well had a brilliant half.
He did, yeah, and the luxury they had to take him off, he felt a little pull or something. The fact that they were 3-0 up at half time. We talk about those guys in the midfield; they just swarmed Paraguay, and Paraguay aren't a bad side. Paraguay used to be in at World Cups, and I don't think they knew what hit them, quite frankly. But the energy levels that the US had, Canada as well, just showed you. And with that midfield sort of trio you're talking about, physically there'll be a match for a lot of teams in this competition. And realistically now, after that victory, barring a disaster, they've already got one foot in the next round. It's a great start for the US.
I'm pleased for Pochettino as well, because there's been a lot of talk about him, hasn't there? Like, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to be the Spurs manager. He wants to go and he's going to give up. He doesn't want to lead the team. He's not into it. There's been loads of that. And they go out and they absolutely wang another team with an unstoppable performance. He
has gone a bit sort of mid-age Russell Crowe, hasn't he? From the tight suits of the Ajax semi-final for Spurs. He's gone a bit like, I just work from home now.
Be a good Fulham manager, Marcus, wouldn't he?
Oh, now you're talking. You're tempting me to get in that. I'm all about the World Cup at the moment, if you don't mind. But I was pleased for Pochettino. I mean, before the tournament, I thought, are we going to see a very, very irate manager because his team either won't or can't do what he's saying? This game has just put all that to bed. I'm sure we all know some football fans out in America, and they were quite nervy on the eve of this tournament, thinking, are we going to manage to apply ourselves here and express ourselves? But they have. And also, I think the US team, they've got a bit of pressure internally from US men's national team players as well, particularly those who played in 1994. I mean, there was a bit of a standoff between some of the players. I mean, Timothy Weah described one or two of them, like Eric Wijnaldum, and one or two as evil, which are quite strong words, but
strong, isn't it?
Very strong. I perhaps he's going to row back on it, although he certainly seemed to double down the other day when they were the 94 team was brought out and before one of their pre-tournament friendlies. So a lot of pressure, and they've got a lot of critiques. Rent-a-gob Alexi Lalas has been saying all sorts of stuff.
What did he say? Because I saw that he swore. He swore on telly about James Corden. I think I can't remember what that was about.
Do you know what? I'm watching quite a lot of.
That was a fair comment, though. To be fair,
okay. You can have the defence of that. I've been watching quite a lot of him. He did say at the start, on the coverage today, saying, how far could they go? Why can't they win it? Which was a bit too far. But what is funny about Lalas is he's standing next to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And you would have seen clips on social media. But I was just watching it, and then he sort of dropped the, I think Haaland's better than you. And you're like, this is Zlatan, and it is like, you were a half-decent centre-back in 94 for this, and that's Zlatan. And fair, in a way, you sort of think, and in sort of punditry terms, he is, and he is outspoken, and a bit clickbaity, that's for certain. But he's gone, if I can have a bit of a to and fro with Zlatan this tournament, he's thinking sort of, I think, probably about himself as well as doing punditry. It's like, this could be great for me, and actually he's doing quite a good job, I'd say, Marcus.
Well, and here we are talking about him. No, you're absolutely right. And the other side of Zlatan Ibrahimovic is Thierry Henry. So look, but Lalas went further in the game than I did, so I respect him for that. But I think that performance from the US men's national team, it does change the conversation quite radically. I mean, as I say, Rent-a-gob Lalas is already saying, how far can they go? Can they go all the way? Let's not worry about that now. But they were impressive, and to do it as well in front of a star-studded stadium as well. Beckham was there, Tom Cruise. They couldn't have dreamed for a better start, quite frankly.
Yeah, it's quite fun. I mean, because I hate celeb cutaways on Match of the Day. I know that Noel Gallagher's watching City, and I know that Martin McIntyre's watching Spurs. But it is quite fun. There's Mike Myers there. That's what Mike Myers is in this Canada game. But but it is nothing compared to the basketball, which is a totally ludicrous. It's just totally insane. Is that a thing, Charlie?
Celebro, Celebro is a thing. Yeah, so it's always been a way. But Timothée Chalamet and Spike Lee are your main two Knicks fans. And then you've got Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller's filming the whole thing for a documentary on his phone.
Is he?
from the courtside seats.
It's hard to find somebody who isn't famous.
But I think if the celebs want to go, they should be like that around the pitch. So you can see how they're getting on, you know.
Yeah. Get them
That'd be
get them in row
a lot
A.
better.
If Beckham and Cruz want to be there, you've got to be in row A, lads, or nothing else. Stay with us, Marcus. That was Duracell's Extra Mile. We'll play a brand new competition called Marcus Spelling Bee in just a second.
Duracell's Extra Mile on talkSPORT. Different, better, unstoppable.
I think you've got a couple of positions that Rashford, Gordon, the centre halves. I know Peter.
Saka one on the. How fit is Saka?
Yeah, how fit is B? I think you look at it. Morgan Rogers. The big one is Morgan Rogers and Jude Bellingham. Who's going to start? Who's not going to start? Can you fit them both into?
Who's starting?
No, Benny, come on. For me, Morgan's had a fantastic couple of years at Aston Villa. A fantastic couple of years. And to see what he's done for Man City when I played with him when he was coming up through the youth team to then go and do what he's done now, it's not shocked me, but it's a great step in the right direction to where he wants to be. But I think Jude's done it for season in, season out. Obviously, he's had a little bit of an injury season, we're going to say, but Jude's quality is still there.
Let me ask you then, Charlie, because you've been an outside perspective, because all the fans, obviously English fans, are going to say, we're going to win it. And after last night, we're definitely going to win it. After what you saw last night, I know you're going to say England are one of the favourites, but can you see England winning it, or do you still think there are other nations out there that look better?
No, I do think there is other nations that have got a real good chance. I think I look at the Netherlands and I think they're probably a little bit of an outsider. But looking at the odds today, it's, you know, Brazil are probably, and Argentina, two South Americans. You'd expect a South American team to go there. I think it's a shootout for me between France and England. That's what I believe. I think that England have got a brilliant chance. Thomas has made the decision to go and leave these players, Foden, Palmer out, and he's made that decision. And I thought England were really good last night. I thought they'd go and like I say, for me, Stones plays because he can control the game for you in the heat. He's very good with the ball. Mark Gahey, very good with the ball. I just thought that partnership could really dovetail really well for England. And I think, and I've said it last Qatar tournament, I think England are really, really strong and they've got a good opportunity of winning this. As a Scotsman, would I like to see it? Absolutely not. but for my son, I say it all the time, for my son who was born in England, I would love to see for him the opportunity of England winning a major tournament.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
And now with the World Cup Fully underway. talkSPORT. Take me off the massive screen in the studio.
It's
my
great.
giant head.
It's nice having you. It's like 1984. It's like your Citizen Kane or something. It's great.
talkSPORT's Predict 6 is officially here. If you think you have what it takes to play a free game for a chance to win £25,000, just predict 6 outcomes for a shot at 25 grand. Head to talksport.com/predict6 now. That is talksport.com/predict6 for your chance to win 25 grand. T's and C's apply. UK only, 18 plus 1 entry per customer. So Marcus Speller is with us. Welcome back, Marcus. And we're going to play, do you know about this? We're playing the Marcus Spelling Bee. Of course, it's your competition.
We're getting straight into it. We're not having any more chat about the World Cup now. No, are we getting straight into it? I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
why not?
sure.
We can always go back to the World Cup.
I was just going to say how nice it was to see Son Heung-min. It was nice to see Sonny, wasn't it? It was like a bit like when you watch a film and one of your favourite actors from like a sitcom you watch turns up. Oh, look! They're back. I like them. But it was nice to see him.
Yeah, and actually a good comeback from South Korea, I thought, Marcus.
Yeah, they were good. Son was trying. He saw what Raul Jimenez did earlier in the day, thinking, "Oh, that's a bit of me, that is." And he tried and tried. He couldn't do it. But hey, next game, I back him to get one.
Yeah, I think they look like the best team in that group, actually. Anyway, let's do the spelling competition. Charlie, explain to Marcus what we're doing.
Okay, Marcus, you're on a team with both me and Max. Max and I have 3 footballers that we are challenging the other players to spell. But you are on both our teams.
Right.
And you have to say one letter each at a time. So let's say we were spelling Harry Kane. I'd go H.
H.
No, you'd say the next letter.
Incorrect, Marcus.
H.
A.
R. Y.
Okay,
there we are, like that, along those lines. Right. Okay, very, very good. There is some music. Let's play the music, Jasper.
Okay,
it's very good. Okay, very nice. Yeah, okay.
So who's going first? Do you want me to give you one of my
You go first, Max, yeah.
Okay. I'd like the two of you to spell Marcus Spelling Bee with Marcus Speller. Danny Pugh.
Danny Pugh. Oh, okay. You start, Marcus, as is the rules.
Appreciate that. D.
A.
Correct.
N. Y.
P.
U.
G.
H.
Are we right? Are we correct, Max?
Yes. Well, no, correct.
But it could have been. It could have been a DANI, of course.
That was a kind start. I appreciate that.
It was a kind start. Okay,
very good.
Charlie for me and Marcus.
I've got number 2 goalkeeper from South Korea, Song Bum Kyun.
Oh, man.
Feels a step up from Danny Pugh.
Kyun.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, they're usually phonetic, the Korean names.
Song Bum Kyun.
Okay.
I can see why he was picked.
Okay. Do you want to start?
I'd love to start. I really would.
Yeah. Okay.
S.
O.
N.
B.
Oh, wrong.
Oh, B?
It's Song. That's it. 1-0 to me. 1-0 to me.
Sorry, I heard Son. Okay.
It's the Marcus Spelling Bee. I'm not sure it's quite got what we want, but no, we'll carry on. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I wonder if
we're learning about other players from the World Cup, so that's
we are. That's what we're doing.
For famous Argentinian goalkeeper Sergio Goycochea.
That's naughty. That is naughty.
Goycochea.
Okay,
here we go.
Goycochea. It's going to be.
Can I start again?
Yeah, off you go. Yeah, go.
Yeah, you can start.
S.
E.
Yep.
R.
G.
I.
O.
G.
O. Come on, Marcus.
I think it's a Y and not an I. Is that correct?
Max?
Keep going.
Oh, okay.
K.
It's
a
Goycochea. Sergio.
That was actually quite easy. I made it too hard.
Okay,
still 1-0.
Still 1-0. Danny Pugh.
It is the DR Congo captain.
Right.
Chancel Mangulu Mbemba.
Okay.
Chancel, I'm going to say it again. Chancel Mangulu Mbemba.
Okay.
Blimey.
Do you want to start, Marcus? You always start.
Yeah, because I could guarantee I get one correct.
Chancel Mangulu Mbemba.
Again, I think phonetically this was the way we've got to go. Surely C.
H.
A.
N.
French speaker. C.
E.
L.
Correct.
M.
Mangulu, was it?
Mangulu.
Mangula.
Oh, I was, A.
N.
G.
U.
L.
A.
Oh, it's Mangulu. It's Mangulu, not Mangula. Sad times. Still 1-0.
Daddy's usually one. Okay, another one for you. Could you please give me the striker, former Celtic striker, Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink?
Yes, I can do this.
Okay.
Let's go, Marcus.
All right. J.
A.
N.
V.
E.
N.
Oh, is it a double N?
Well, where are we up to? What did I say? E or N?
I'm wondering to go with another.
All right.
Then E.
No.
It's a double N.
VENNEGOOROFHESSELINQ.
Okay, there we are. This for the draw then, Max.
Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink.
It is
This is to draw.
the Haiti goalkeeper, Johnny Placide.
Johnny Placide.
Johnny Placide.
There's so many ways of spelling Johnny, right? Okay. Do you want to start?
I'd love to. J.
O.
Is it gonna? I've got to go H.
N.
N.
Oh,
it's a what? No,
it's a one-end Johnny. He's a one-end Johnny.
I've been done with the double N's
one-end
today.
Johnny. It's Johnny Placide.
One-end Johnny. How do you spell Placide, please?
Placide for future reference.
Really good stuff.
That's it.
Did you enjoy that? Did you like that, Marcus? I like that.
I loved it. I need to. I won't be done by a double N next time. I promise.
And we are. We know some other players now in the World Cup.
Yeah, we do. What about today then? What about Scotland? What do you think, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm going to toe the line that everyone is. It's a must-win game for them. I'm hopeful for Scotland, though. I think that they have, in that friendly against Bolivia, people look into pre-tournament friendlies and so on. But the fact is, he played Lawrence Shankland, and I think you've got to go with a guy who knows how to score goals. It's usually a good thing in football. So I expect Scotland to be a little bit more on the front foot than we're used to seeing them under Steve Clarke. I don't think Haiti are a bad side. I think that they are minnows because people don't really know much about them, and that's fair. But I'm hopeful for Scotland that they can get a result.
And what about Brazil-Morocco? It's a massive game, isn't it?
Oh, this is a proper tie. It is fascinating to see what Ancelotti and Brazil are going to come up with. I mean, Ancelotti's the guy we're looking at, really. Obviously, he's not going to be on the pitch for crying out loud, but I expect this to be a barn burner, and I think it might be an entertaining draw.
Okay. Australia as well, aren't they playing the first game? Australia-Turkey, which is very early in the morning in the UK, not as early as Haiti-Scotland. I think Australia could draw 0-0 with anyone, is what I think.
Yes.
But Turkey are a good team, Marcus.
Yeah, Turkey will have this down as a win. I think any result for Australia would be positive. I think Turkey the strongest side in the group. But Turkey, they would be wanting to put their foot down and make a statement. And with Australia just don't have an Arda Güler, they don't have some of the players that Turkey do. And Turkey impressed in the last Euros, if my mind serves me well there. I think Turkey will look to emulate what I think America did against Paraguay. Australia will probably be a bit more Bosnia-like against Canada. So I think a draw would be a great result for Australia, but I fancy Turkey for that one.
Here's some feedback on the spelling bee. Always hard when there's no football on and you have to resort to spelling bees. Michael says, wow, spelling bee took me right back to lockdown and the absolute dross that was peddled out when there was no sport. Worst radio feature ever.
I thought it was good
Probably
fun.
until next week's warm-up, he says Michael. Ben says, when you think it couldn't get worse than guessing a temperature, we're now doing a spelling test.
Yeah, it might have been too much. I will say it might have been too much back-to-back.
Do you think so? Matt, the Bradford fan, says worst feature ever. I'm going for a run. Hey, listen, well,
wow.
Let us know if there's any positive.
No one enjoyed it. You've got me singing Song Bum Kuan to the Neil Diamond classic Song Sung Blue. That's from Song Sung Blue. That one. That's very nice. Thank you.
Maybe we could try and get the South Korean fans to sing that during a game. We realise we've cut through if that happens. Hey, Marcus, thanks for coming on, pal. Always nice to chat.
Pleasure, gentlemen.
It's Max and Charlie here on the warm-up, brought to you with the good people of Arnold Clark. Buy a used car in their upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June.
I think when you look at Bellingham, especially like the last game, you know, he started the game and within the first 10 seconds, he'd pressed the ball and he went out for a throw-in, and that sets a tempo, doesn't it? But something about him, Neil, I'm with you. It's like he knows that this country should be winning World Cups, and he's got that bite about him when I watch him play.
It's just the arrogance. I love the arrogance. I must tell you, when he was at Birmingham, I remember playing against him. I think he was 16 years. I had a good, tough lad in midfield, and I said, "Listen, you're playing against a kid tonight. Just sort him out. Just, you know, you normal thing. Get stuck in, and he'll not want to know." And he actually ran the game, and I was watching him. I was thinking, bloody, I've never seen anybody like this at that age.
No,
you know, he's amazing. He was.
You need the character. See, people sometimes in football, you need an arrogance about you. All right, and to do what he's done at an age that he is, go to Germany. Now he's gone to one of the biggest, if not the biggest, club in the world, and he knows he feels like he belongs there. That takes a certain confidence and arrogance. And I think sometimes, Neil, it can be misinterpreted by the public that there's an arrogance that they don't quite understand.
No, I think it is by the public, but I think managers, you want that bit of arrogance from players like him, because if you're going to win anything, your top players have got to come forward, and he's that one that when he's on fire, he knows he can do anything he wants in that middle. And I just love that, mate. I just, you know, I watched him in that 90 minutes, and I thought he was the one that really pleased me more. Even though I'm glad that we've gone back to the wide lads. I love the wide lads. You know, Gordon, Mediocre, Saka, Rashford. In playing them four, they could win us the bloody cup if they all get their finger out.
I think as well for me, Neil, you know, in the last 6-7 months, all I've heard is from some people in the media, idiots, I might call them. Bellingham, no, you know, look what Thomas Tuchel said, you know, he's made other players feel like they can't play, the pressure he puts on them. I'm like, if you're a senior pro and Bellingham's affecting your game,
Good afternoon, good morning. You are listening to the warm-up on talkSPORT. Max Rushden in LA. 3:30 a.m. in here. It's amazing how, Charlie, I've managed to turn the hours of this show even worse.
Managed to do it worse.
Yeah. One day, maybe I should just pitch for the overnight show from wherever I happen to be. Maybe that'll be in a normal time of day. But yeah, we're here with you until 1 this afternoon. Commentary, of course, of all 4 games in the World Cup, including Haiti-Scotland, 2 in the morning, and the big Brazil-Morocco game as well. Look, the World Cup has started, and there's lots of stuff off the pitch, on the pitch, which has been good and getting better. In the US were brilliant, but that doesn't mean that everything is perfect off the pitch. And I know not every listener wants to hear about stuff that's happening off the pitch, but it is worth reminding you of those things. And there's an interesting group called Counterkit, who we're going to talk to now. We're going to talk to their founder, who doesn't want to give his name, and will be, if you're watching on YouTube, is sort of partly disguised as well, but we'll find out why in just a second. Thanks so much for coming on. It is odd to talk to someone who is wearing sunglasses and a balaclava, I'll be honest, but if you can explain... Explain what Counterkit is, if you would.
Yeah, no problem. Also, great show. Long-time listener. All the amazing things you do are right.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's great.
We did just do a spelling competition. We did just do a spelling competition. So, you know, people haven't enjoyed that one. But yeah, carry on.
No, I back your dictatorial editorial work here and just keep going with it. I think someone will love it. But yeah, sorry. So basically what we've done, there's a group of us, like avid football fans globally, who've just banded together to create something to help some of the communities during the World Cup that are going to be targeted unfairly, we think. It's called Counterkit. We've designed some vintage-inspired kits for the 3 most targeted nations at the World Cup, which are going to be Mexico, Colombia, and Haiti. And as you can see here, it's the normal football kit. And the idea being that if ICE do show up for a raid, and the Supreme Court have changed the rules now so they can detain you simply on things like the language you're speaking or the color of your skin, if you do hear an ICE raid turning up, then they turn inside out into the US Patriot kit. Right. So as you can see, the inside here would be Mexico,
sure,
and the outside would be the US.
That's really interesting, actually. And you say it's global, and that's interesting that lots of people from around the world have wanted to take part in this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a community of football fans online who basically would ideally not have any politics within the sport, but because it is being politicized so much and there are people being targeted unfairly, there's a group of creative people, production people all around the world who are willing to kind of put some time and effort in and money to create as many kits as we could. And they've been distributed towards the communities across the US over the last couple of months, and they're all going to be wearing them. And ideally now, like the shirts have been distributed, it's now basically about donations towards human rights charities like the ACLU, which you can find directly or via counterkit.org, which is the website with a big donate button at the top.
Right, and if you could explain to especially people watching, probably wondering why you are in disguise. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, this wouldn't have to happen, and probably a few years ago, it wouldn't have. But the lawyers who we've kind of consulted have basically said to disguise everybody's identity. We've gone through a huge amount of effort to cover our tracks anywhere possible. And if we do have our names or identities revealed, there's a good chance that the US government could possibly take action against anything that they deem to be anti ICE or anti, I don't know, basically anything that's just they don't feel that supports their agenda at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Sure, but your lawyers haven't. But the lawyers, there's nothing illegal about what you're doing. Of course, it's like you're just giving some T-shirts to people, right?
Yeah, we're basically distributing T-shirts. If you've got dual heritage, or if you're terrified of being deported, and we've seen some of these like crazy scenes of children getting taken away from their parents illegally. We're literally just giving a T-shirt that flips inside out that would just show people, especially ICE officers, that you're in the US, you support the US, you're not a threat, and the other side is the nation that you're supporting at the World Cup. Nothing illegal about it. Perfectly, everything is totally kosher. It's just there've been repercussions for groups before that have done nothing illegal and they've ended up in all sorts of bother.
And I was just going to say, the first message comes in and says, "Here we go again, woke sport." And I mean, the ICE story has kind of fallen away from the news headlines as that happens in the news agenda. You know, we hear lots about somewhere, Ukraine or Gaza, and then it moves on because that's the way the news cycle works. But I mean, what would you say to a listener who sends that kind of message in? And do you know? I don't really, and I should know if ICE are, because I haven't heard any stories of them targeting specifically football fans, but if they are still as active as they were, you know, when the news was really, you know, when it was really in the news about, you know, the deaths of those two American citizens.
Yeah, I mean, ICE are present across the entire US. There have been several statements already about targeted groups. I mean, the World Cup's only just started, so we're again just trying to get ahead of it. And fingers crossed, nothing happens, and the officers are totally lawful, and everyone has an amazing time. But as you can see at the moment, there are like multiple protests about calling a official truce to ICE's actions.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like this is totally, you know, just trying to get ahead of anything that might happen. And if nothing happens, that's the best outcome for us.
Yeah.
And anyone who's, you know, concerned about sport becoming woke and everything like that, like that's totally fair. Just, I think lots of us do care about people's ability to watch the sport freely. And I can't imagine ever being in a bar in the UK or any other country in Europe and suddenly getting rounded up by people just because you're wearing a shirt of the colours of a country that you support. And yeah, I don't know why that would be offensive to anyone, but if it is.
So how do people get
nice
get hold of the shirts if they were interested?
Yeah, so we're actually distributing across the US as we speak. So those shirts are going to those communities. We've worked with local leaders to make sure they're in the right hands. The action now really is just towards donations to human rights charities. And the ACLU, which is the American Civil Liberties Union, is the one that's going to support most of the legal causes for people who are illegally detained. So that's really the drive. The shirts we didn't want to charge anyone for. It didn't feel right. So we basically collected as much money as possible to make as many shirts as possible to help.
It's really interesting. Adam Kraft in The Athletic tweeting that unionised workers in the Sophie Stadium in LA were handing out Kick Ice Out buttons to wear by union shop stewards inside the venue. Some are wearing them. Workers have been fighting in recent months for protections against ICE at the venue. A spokesperson for the US administration said, "This is gross. America's brave ICE agents put their lives on the line every day to enforce US law and arrest criminal illegal aliens. The vilification of ICE must stop." But look, it's really interesting. Understand why you're doing it. I know not every listener will, but as this text says, well done, Max and Charlie, for highlighting these things. Sport and politics don't live in a vacuum. They don't. They never have. Gordon says, stick to the football. This is merely pandering. Who are you having on next to push their agenda? Sam says, how dare the nasty men protect their borders and national security? Outrageous people. So look, divides opinion, of course it does, but I think these things are always worth talking about. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Take it easy. Bye.
And as it is the warm-up, we'll go from that to the Wheel of Football, which where it's a replay of Wednesday, Charlie, between Ben, the West Brom fan, and Patrick, the Villa fan. Will Patrick behave himself? Who will win in the Wheel of Football? We'll find out in just a second.
Just one quick domestic story being reported that Brighton have made a £30 million offer to Spurs to Luka Vuskovic, who had a brilliant season, was one of the Bundesliga standout players last year. I think the optics of this, with the ownership, everything that went on last season, would be very poor. I mean, apparently it's a £30 million offer, but I just cannot believe Spurs would sell Vuskovic. They might loan him, but they certainly won't be selling him, because there is potential, and you don't want to get too much hyperbole, but this could be a generational talent that Tottenham have got, and 30's far too cheap.
It's a big call, isn't it? If you're Tottenham, because obviously they're bringing in reinforcements of their own. I think it's going to be a really busy summer, both in terms of incomings and outgoings. But this is a genuine offer from Brighton. I've not been told if it's been accepted or rejected yet. You would imagine it probably will be turned down. Not too many teams accept the first bid that comes their way. I think key. The player fancies the move. He fancies going to play for Fabian Herzl, who probably thinks he'll get more game time at Brighton, more of a pathway into the first team than he would at Tottenham. But you're right. I think the Spurs fans want to see him at some point in a Tottenham shirt playing week in, week out in the Premier League. So I'm intrigued to see how they respond to this offer.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Well, look, keep wearing the hell out of that hat and enjoy the game tonight, Crookie. Thanks for joining us.
Crookie. I will do. Cheers, guys. Keep up the good work.
It looks good. There's Alex Crook there over in Dallas, where England will play their first game against Croatia. Luka Vuskovic, who's almost certain to start. I mean, he brings the average age of the Croatian team down by about 60 years. He's 19.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they've got some player. This
they
kid
shouldn't be underestimated. Croatia. They've still got some.
they've
very
got
good players.
Yeah, we need it. We need it hot, don't we? We need the roof off and no aircon on.
You know, Modric. However old he is, he doesn't rely on that. He's still a great.
No, they're that is going to be a tough old game.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Gary says, wow, spelling bees and masked vigilantes. I love how diverse the warm-up is. I can't wait for next week's show with Countdown and Spider-Man. Keep up the good work. We might need a player for the Wheel of Football. 037, if you want to play the Wheel of Football, the reigning champion maybe giving up his belt.
We can't play it without the reigning champion.
03717 223344. If you want to play
too many games
right now,
and I'm here.
You think?
I think the way we've put the show together badly.
Do you think so?
I mean, I take full responsibility. There's too many games in the same section, Max.
Yeah, well done, Max and Charlie. However, I have no idea which is which. You always talk about the real world. I appreciate football as escapism for most. Love the way you bring the show together. P.S. My favourite is the one of you that does both days.
Oh,
the others are too funny, I suppose.
That's you.
This one says, a boring radio off, bye-bye. Why talkSPORT, a sports channel, bringing politics into the World Cup, stay in your lane, FFS. Listen, as long as you say the same thing to other hosts on this network whose politics you share, that is totally fine. If you think it shouldn't at all, but if you are sending different texts to different shows saying, well done, you tell it like it is, naming no names, then that's not on. I'm not having that. Worst segment ever, says Aidan. Andy says...
That could be about a few of the things.
we don't need to timestamp that. Oh, this is good. And Andy says, I fully support what your guest is saying, but I can't help asking if I can get a Scotland one that I can turn around into Haiti one when we go a goal down. Matt says it's only just dawned on Charlie that the show's been poorly put together.
It's been well put together. I just think we've put the games all too close to each other.
It's okay. Let's play.
Makes us sound lightweight, Max. It makes people say, what are they even doing on talkSPORT?
Let's play the Wheel of Football.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Wheel of Football. Here are your hosts, Max Rushden and Charlie Baker.
Hello.
Welcome, Charlie.
Okay, the way it works is we need 2 guests. They have to have 5 footballers in their minds. Charlie will pick out a footballer from the punched pocket of footballers because the wheel was too annoying to bring into the studio and out of the studio.
Too cumbersome.
We don't know where the wheel is now, so it is really the punch pocket of football. And then we will discuss who is the best. Let's bring on our 2 contestants. The replay from Wednesday. Ben, the West Brom fan, reigning champion. Hey, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Hey, James, how you doing? Happy Saturday to you.
Are you any good on a Saturday, Ben? Can you do it on a Saturday?
Well, I don't know. Can I do it on a cold Saturday on talkSPORT? One of those, isn't it? Or a moderately warm Saturday? We'll find out.
I'm going to find
out.
Yeah,
we will. You're playing in the replay against Patrick, the Villa fan, who did run you close when we decided it was a replay. Hey, Patrick.
Hi, we're doing, guys. You all right?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Very sensible today, Patrick.
Yeah, there you go. Sensible head on.
Yeah, sensible head on. Sensible head on.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get on with this. Let's play. Here we go.
Finally, a decent quiz.
Here we
Finally,
go,
a decent
guys.
quiz.
Okay.
You're absolutely right this morning, Patrick.
Okay, Ben, the West Brom fan, you're the reigning champion. Give us a footballer.
Can I play Jesper Blomqvist, please, back?
Can you say it again? Jesper
Blomqvist.
Yeah,
Jesper
sure.
Blomqvist, you can. Yes. Okay, Patrick.
Alexi Lalas.
Okay,
Ooh,
Blomqvist versus Lalas. Here we go.
Very good. I'm reaching into the punch pocket, and the category is most likely to win in a fight. Most likely to win in a fight.
I mean, it's 1-0
Alexi
to
Lalas v Jesper Blomqvist.
I mean, Lalas is twice the size, and we're tight for time. It's 1-0 to Alexi Lalas. I believe that was who was that? Was that Ben? Did you go, Ben? No, it was Patrick. Yeah, 1-0 to Patrick. Well done.
Wow,
1-0
Alexi Lalas.
This is exciting.
So Blomqvist not a secret like.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Secret
Just
tough
going
guy.
straight in there.
Okay, straight in.
Here we go. Patrick, give us a footballer.
John Bumstead.
John Bumstead,
lovely.
solid Chelsea centre back from the 80s. Ben.
Can I play Mustafa Hadji, please, Matt?
Mustafa Hadji, yes, of
yes,
course.
you can. Okay.
Again. He has played him. He has played him before. You're absolutely right, Patrick.
He played Yusuf Chipo last time. It's fair. Okay.
Okay.
Bumstead versus
Okay.
Bumstead Hadji. Yes.
And the category is has their phone at 2% always. Very
Okay,
low
Ben.
percentage on the battery for who? Bumstead or Hadji?
What do you reckon, Ben?
This is Hadji all day long.
Well, Mustafa spends a lot of his time on the phone to Yusuf, and the main application just share.
Is he on Mars?
Yes, can't quite hear you, Ben. We might need to turn the backing
Mars?
music down because we can't hear the phone.
Come on, Patrick. Then Patrick, sell us Bumstead.
John Bumstead. Yeah, well, he would have had an old Nokia, wouldn't he? So they'd last forever.
Yeah.
Also, he had a cameo role in Prisoner Cell Block H back in the day.
The thing is,
Yeah,
Patrick,
so
what you've done there, Patrick, is because the battery lasted all day on a Nokia. It's not a 2%. It's always at about 50%. So it is a win, even though we couldn't hear Ben. It's one apiece.
One apiece.
As he
It's
takes
1-1.
Okay.
1-1.
Ben, your line's not amazing, but give us a footballer.
Slaven Bilic, please.
Slaven Bilic. Nice.
Patrick.
Little Alan Wright.
Alan Wright. Okay, Slaven Bilic
Alan
versus
Wright.
Little Alan Wright. Okay, what's the category?
The category is
it's easiest to fit in a box. Would be great if it was.
the category is a classic. Looks.
Okay.
Come on, hands down.
Patrick
Gorgeous.
on it.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yep, hands down. He's absolutely gorgeous, little Alan Wright. Just not enough of him. That's the only thing. That's the only drawback.
Not enough of him.
Ben.
And he invented corned beef. Allegedly. I've heard.
Invented corned beef.
You know, deny it. Fact.
Ben.
Cooking
Ben
fact,
Bilic.
guys. Facts. That's what quizzes are about.
2 words for you. Croatian charmer. And that is what they used to refer to Slaven as back in his West Ham days.
Yeah, I've got to say Slaven is better. Slaven is better looking Alan Wright.
A big good-looking guy, isn't he? There we are. 2-1 to Ben.
It's 2-1. Give us a footballer, please, Ben. Oh, Patrick. Patrick, you go first.
Patrick, sorry.
To me?
Yeah.
Yep.
But you'd be good at these quizzes by now, guys. You know what I mean? You rattle off on this of them. All right, they're all pony, but you know. George Weah.
George Weah. Former World Footballer of the Year.
All I can think of is a wand of a left foot, and I'm going to play Ian Wone.
Ian Wone.
It's Weah v Wone.
Here we go. Ben 2-1 up.
The category is best cook.
Best cook.
Best cook.
Okay. Ben.
Now, you've only got to ask, if we could get Sean Dyche on the phone here, he is a culinary expert, and the reason that him and that Woney and Steve Stone used to get called up into the backroom staff with Dyche is because of their delicacies on there. Could be waffles. We used to make waffles, in fact, actually, Patrick.
Wow. They're becoming a double act.
They are. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's like they're set next to each other. Very, very nice.
Okay.
Okay, so Wone's a good cook. Ask Dyche. George Weah.
George Weah, come on in.
I was out with George Weah last night, actually, having a lovely Liberian lamb curry. So, what more can I say? I've still got bits of it stuck in my teeth.
It's two apiece.
George Weah's Liberian lamb curry.
Could Ben lose his crown? Give us a footballer, please, Ben.
Can I play Dean Holdsworth, please, Max?
You can play Dean Holdsworth, of course. Patrick?
He went out with Maria Whittaker. Oh, no. Lindsay Dawn McKenzie, he went out with her, didn't he? I believe.
Give us a footballer, Patrick.
Kurt Nogan, Preston legend.
Kurt Nogan versus Dean Holdsworth.
Patrick, did you know? Do you know who Maria Whittaker is married to?
Yeah.
The Rebel MC. The Rebel MC.
I've been on the Wikipedia as well, Charlie. Quite easy. It's top of my search history.
It's Dean Holdsworth v Kurt Nogan, and the category is... I can't get one out. Here we go.
Oh, silver.
Carry on.
And the category, unfortunately, after I said that, is most passionate lover.
I don't dare with these two. I can't have that with these.
We're going to have to leave it there. It's a draw. We'll come back to it next week. It's a draw replay next Saturday.
Here we are. It's two apiece. Dom in Riceland says, give these two a show together. Matthew, I love how Ben's line got better the minute you pointed out how bad it was. He previously had his hand over the speaker. Guessing temperatures, a spelling competition, utter woke nonsense, and now a man and a just at random footballers. If only there was still a Sony Award for radio. My God, you two are nicking a living. Good luck to you both, says Bob in sunny St.
That was the best. That's the best game. Wheel of Football is going to take that into the season on the warm up. If selected, of course.
It's Max and Charlie here for another hour. Paul Watson from the Brilliant Sweeper Pod will be on in just a second.
What about the World Cup? Is the US of A ready for the World Cup? I went out with producer Luke and assistant producer Joe in the streets of Lower Manhattan yesterday, and we kind of gauged the feeling. You lot ready for this?
I think the country will probably be most into it right in the group stage because that's probably when we're going to do the best, unfortunately. You know, I think there are great soccer towns in America. I'm not sure New York is one of them.
Not that much this year, to be honest. With the Knicks in the finals, I think that's taken the attention of the city.
It doesn't sound like they're buying tickets, so, I mean, only so much. Yeah. I mean, they're not really buying into it. Did they not sell out the first game? Is that what I heard?
I don't follow soccer that much, so no. And then as a person that lives here, it's going to be quite disruptive for us. So, you know, but hey, should be a good event, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's at MetLife Stadium, so there's a lot of attraction there. You know, the Giants play there, the Jets play there, so there's going to be a lot of people flying in from overseas to check out the games for sure. Yeah.
So it's the biggest World Cup ever. Might it be the best World Cup ever?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, right now it's just Knicks, you know, but we'll get to the World Cup when we get there.
You gotta watch some. You gotta support everybody.
Okay, and the USA are in it. Obviously, they're one of the host nations.
But we ain't gonna win.
No? Who'll win it?
More likely gonna be Spain.
Yeah, probably. How's Birmingham, Alabama?
Hot, mosquitoes, a lot of loud talking people.
Birmingham, Alabama. Wow, as the song goes,
that's where you can say howdy y'all.
Howdy y'all. I'll remember that next time when I'm down.
When we talk about true World Cup icons, few names hit quite like Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima, or as we all know him, Ronaldo, the phenomenon that was and is R9. Ronaldo's World Cup story begins in 1994 when he was just 17. Look at that kid. Oh. Sadly, his wasn't put to much use. He didn't play a single minute, but he was part of the squad that lifted the trophy in the USA. Fast forward to France, 98, and everything has changed. Ronaldo is now the best player in the world, a Ballon d'Or winner, and Brazil's main man. He scores 4 goals in the tournament and carries them to the final. Then comes one of the most infamous days in World Cup history. Hours before kickoff, Ronaldo suffers a convulsive fit, but doctors find nothing out of the ordinary. He insists on playing, but he's clearly not himself. Brazil lose 3-0. To this day, we still don't know what happened, and neither does he. Had the football gods begun to turn against him? Just look at the effect 2 major knee injuries had on his career. 53 appearances in 4 years. But then came 2002, and one of the greatest comebacks in football. By the time Brazil had reached the semis, he'd scored 5 in 5, but he was fed up with injuries being the main talking point. So while ritualistically shaving his head before the semi with Turkey, he left the front to create a talking point, and maybe the most iconic World Cup trim was born. He scored against Turkey and then got 2 in the final to help Brazil to win a 5th World Cup, secure the Golden Boot, and later on another Ballon d'Or. Now, by Germany in 2006, a 29-year-old Ronaldo was no longer the explosive phenomenon of his youth, the scars of his past there for all to see. But he still scored 3 and became, at the time, the tournament's all-time top scorer. In total, Ronaldo played in 4 World Cups, scored 15 goals, reached 3 finals, and lifted the trophy twice. That is legendary stuff.
Good afternoon. You are listening to the warm-up on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark by Used Car in their upgrade event. You get 2 years free servicing plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. Max Rushden in Los Angeles, Charlie Baker in London. We're
like
global,
Live
Charlie.
Aid, Max.
Yeah, it's like Live Aid, isn't it? Today on Live Aid, was it Freddie Mercury who
Phil
did
Collins
the spelling bee?
flew between both.
He did. Did Phil Collins did a spelling bee
from both
From
sides? Yeah,
both.
yeah. From both
and
sides,
that's right.
He is flying
and
to you as we speak, Phil Collins.
Okay, this is exciting,
yeah.
Isn't it? Right, let's talk to Paul Watson from the brilliant Sweeper Pod. Hey, Paul.
Please. Hello, Paul.
Hey, hi guys, how you doing?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, really good. Lovely to have you on. Look, I mean, so when a team qualifies for the World Cup, because the Sweeper Pod, for people that don't know, that it covers the football that is sort of no one else is covering, right? It's
tiny islands playing football and all this kind of stuff. So when a team qualifies for the World Cup, do you have to give up on them? Do you have to give up on Haiti now, or are they still yours?
Yeah, they're dead to us now. It's like when a band get really big who you liked when no one else liked. No, it's kind of the opposite. Through this World Cup, we're going to be sort of cheering on a lot of those countries. We're going to do some watch-alongs as well. Okay. We're doing a Curacao-Germany watch-along, and we're basically going to be the Curacao online fan club. So yeah, we've adopted those minnows. I won't say we've adopted Haiti because I think we could get quite unpopular in Scotland if we do that.
No, but that's fair. But it's I mean, a few people are saying, "Oh, look, Haiti aren't bad. We've got to watch out for them." But I imagine most people who are talking about Haiti actually know, and I speak for myself as well. I can't speak for Charlie. Know almost nothing about Haiti as a football team. So educate us a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, with the greatest respect, were they up at 3 a.m. watching Haiti's qualifiers? I was. And so Haiti's a fascinating case. You know, it's their first World Cup, first men's World Cup for, you know, more than half a century. It was very emotional for them to qualify because there obviously is a lot of unrest in Haiti. It's not a safe place to be. So they couldn't play any of their home games at home. They played them all on the road. They actually qualified with a home game that was in Curacao, which is, pretty big distance away. Yeah. To the extent where their coach actually has never been to Haiti. Sébastien Migné, the French coach, has never been to Haiti. It's never been safe. So the weight on these players in that qualification campaign was pretty huge because they were all there being told this is a chance to bring a kind of relief to a nation that has suffered so much. And it was very emotional watching them, like just before their final game. One of their big players, Dukans Nazone, who's their big striking hope, or he was before Wilson Isidore, he stood up and gave this incredible speech about, we have this chance to do something for a nation that is suffering so badly. And they went out and they won that final game. And then they found out they qualified because they all had to gather around their mobile phones in the centre circle to wait for the other game to finish. It was... So, yeah, they've had this incredible and very emotional process of even getting there, Haiti. But they'll be fun to watch, that's for sure.
I do know their goalkeeper, Johnny Placide, only has one N in his name. I do know that about them. But Curacao, Germany, you just mentioned that there, right? With the smaller teams getting through to this World Cup, with more teams playing, if Curacao get absolutely pumped by Germany... Is this a good thing for the world and the World Cup to try and build the game when you see if that sort of thing happens? Because someone's going to get on the end of one at some point.
Yeah, it is. It's just great for them to be there. Like what this meant to the people in Curacao, it's kind of almost hard to imagine how much it meant to them. Curacao have actually got a fan who's their most famous fan. He paints himself blue for all their games. He's called Mr. Blue Man. And I spoke to him about it, and he was trying to express how much it meant to this island as a whole. Like it's just going to make a change in the way that Curaçaoans view themselves on the world stage that will never be taken away, even if they lose that game to Germany 6 or 7-0. But I'm not so sure that'll be the case. Like Curacao, throughout qualification, were underestimated, and what they have is a squad that are entirely come from the Netherlands, except for one man. Taif Chong was born on Curacao. The rest are all come up through the Netherlands football system. They have a coach in Dick Advocat who is a wily. I mean, he's going to become the oldest coach in World Cup history when he coaches this game. He knows how to kind of play according to another team's weaknesses. So I think he'll set up well. I think they'll look to attack with pace. I really hope they don't get thrashed. But even if they did, this is an amazing moment for them, really.
What is the mood like in the Curacao camp, Paul?
Well, you know what? It's been a really weird build-up for them. So Dick Advocat secured this qualification, and then sadly he had to step away because his daughter's health really suffered. So it looked like Dick Advocat wasn't going to the World Cup. They had another coach come in called Fred Rutten. He really struggled. And actually the players and the sponsors said, look, we want Dick Advocat back. His daughter's health improved, and he did come back. But this is relatively recent. So you've got a team that their preparation has been sort of weakened by the fact that they've not had their coach in there, and he's come back with this real wave of positivity. But there is a sense that perhaps they're not as prepared as you need to be for the games they're going to be playing. They're obviously hardest games in any of these players' careers.
Now, drink responsibly, obviously, Paul, but an Advocat and Blue Curacao cocktail is called a Jaded Lady. So I don't know if you want to, and you put some lime juice in it. Right. And a little bit of vodka in there, and it makes a
definitely needs
cocktail,
more.
apparently.
It definitely needs more booze, doesn't it? A Curacao Advocat, doesn't it? Can I ask a question, Paul? Which is like one of the frustrations about a 2018 World Cup is the fact that we haven't seen it play out. But how many dead rubbers there might be, or sort of how weird the third games be. And if you win one game, like the US have won one game, they're basically, with that win, like they're basically through now. Is there, I think this would excite you, like infrastructure-wise, impossible. But a 64-team World Cup would kind of be better because you'd still have the jeopardy of you've got to come in the top two. But like, are there enough teams, right? Could you add, I suppose you add a load of European teams. Like there's enough quality, right? Like is that, it's sort of a stupid idea. I liked 32, but I understand the beauty for Curacao or Haiti or whatever for qualifying. But like, could you get 64?
You could get 64. I agree with you. It's weird. I've spent my life dedicated to the minnows. I love that they're there. 32 was better than 48. Just as a simple spectacle, 48 is not appetizing. And as you say, it's because of this thing that one win and you're basically through. You're going to have teams playing a lot of draws out because they qualify then as a result. It's also just that thing of not knowing if a team's through or not. I love the simplicity of half the teams go home, half the teams go through. There's a real beauty to that. If we went up to 64, yeah, I mean, you'd have some really weird ones in there, wouldn't you? Like Italy. I think it would depend how you spread it. But you've got Nigeria not in there, you've got Italy not in there. I think also there's something quite interesting about the way that people have spoken about some of the nations at the World Cup quite disparagingly. And I don't think people know quite how to rate them. Like Bosnia, people were talking about Bosnia ahead of the Canada game as if them being there was some weird quirk. But they're a very strong team, Bosnia. I think they're massively underrated. There's a load of other teams in Europe who would be around that level. I don't know. 64 does feel like a push, but I get what you mean. There'd be a simplicity at saying, half through, half home.
Can I ask about Panama? Obviously, because England fans will remember Panama in 2018, and they won 6-0, and it was a lot of just, as far as I can remember, sort of Harry Kane being hauled over at corners by sort of a large man. But they have improved in the last almost decade, right?
They have, but they've also had a dreadful lead up to this World Cup, in my opinion. So they are the oldest squad at this World Cup, Panama. They don't have any player under 24. And why that's particularly a problem is they have this young, rising star called Kadir Barria, who was expected to come to the World Cup. He plays for Botafogo in Brazil, and he was left out. And a lot of fans were really upset because it means all their striking weight, what they have to lean on is Cecilio Waterman, who is 35 years old, really veteran, great striker. He's 35 years old. He's best remembered maybe for that time he scored that goal and then celebrated with Thierry Henry on the pitch. Do you remember Thierry Henry was doing his TV studio on the pitch and he jumped on Henry's lap, almost like Father Christmas. But basically, Panama are a really old team. And what the coach, Thomas Christensen, who was briefly at Leeds, tried to do to reassure everyone back home was he did an open training session. And I don't know if you've seen any clips of this open training session, but it honestly
I'm
looks
excited to hear about it.
It's magic. Basically, players didn't really seem to know where they should be at any moment for a lot of it. Balls were going stray. At one point, balls were sort of pinging around. But the best bit for me is they do this drill where basically it's kind of an attack on defence drill, but there's an overload for the attack, so the attacker meant to score. They end up with 4 attackers running through on the goalkeeper, and they somehow managed to not put the ball in the net. It's
could be a
genuinely
double bluff. Could be.
Well, this was some of the reactions in Panama were, is this so other people let their guards down because this is the worst. But it honestly reminded me so much. I spent so much of my life playing Sunday League football, and it just reminded me so much of me being one of those 4 trotting confidently towards the goalkeeper and somehow one of us managing to shin the ball off the other one's head.
The terrible warm-up where you're doing just volleys between you or whatever, and there's just balls flying off in all directions as people are running off to get the ball and no one can do it. You're like, oh God, we're terrible. We're not up for this. We don't even want it. Thank you, Paul. Good luck with the watch-along. How can people find the Curacao Germany watch-along?
Well, we are at SweeperPod on Twitter and Instagram. So find us at SweeperPod, or I'm at Paul_C_Watson, and we will direct you to a gathering of like-minded Curacao fans, hoping they pull off the biggest shock in the history of the World Cup.
And your book, Paul, what's your book called?
My book is Around the World in 80 Clubs, and it's about all those weird and wonderful little places and stories that just don't usually make it onto podcasts or radio.
Great.
Good stuff. Everyone go and buy it. Thank you, Paul. Good man. We'll chat to you as the tournament progresses. It's the warm-up on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark. Buy a used car in that upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing, plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. We'll do some transfers next as the window is slammed open, I presume.
Locking on back in the UK, of course, and we're right across the lot. We mentioned earlier that Martin O'Neill has been installed at Celtic. Just in the passing, you pleased for him? 1 year deal, Simon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Martin, the only person that would have talked him out of that circumstance is Martin. So I think probably Martin would do a 1 with a rolling year.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a situation where you can see how he feels in a year's time. I don't even know why it was a conversation. I don't even know why it was a debate about whether Martin O'Neill should stay in place. I think it's the least they could have offered him. I hope they've remunerated him properly, and I hope that he continues to build on his legacy, because I like him. Now, obviously, I don't know where you sat on it. I think I know where you sat on it. Nobody wanted Celtic to win besides Celtic fans, because we wanted Hearts to win.
Well, that would have been the story, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Celtic story was a great one, too.
Martin did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job. He went in there and he galvanised Celtic. And so the discussion about whether Martin O'Neill should be given a new contract perplexed me. Besides the fact he kept on telling everyone how bloody knackered he was.
Actually, Brad Friedel's with us, as he will be here in New York. Brad, whatever happened to Wilfred Nancy? Do we know? He came back here with his tail between his legs, having been a major flop in his short time in charge at Celtic.
I'll tell you, very similar. I came over here and I was the head coach of New England Revolution. I found it very difficult to go from the professionalism of the Premier League this way. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was too stubborn to stay in my own professionalism. I wouldn't adapt to where the level of MLS was.
Steve Nicol was there for a while as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there with, and then Jay Heaps and then myself.
And Paul Merritt as well.
I think what Wilfred did, he adapted to the US culture and he went over there. When you go to a club like Celtic and you hear his first interview, I don't care about the results, it's how we play. No. Results matter, and the fans will actually put up with you playing poorly if you're winning the matches for a certain amount of time. So I think he found that change going to that type of club very, very difficult.
Yeah.
With Martin, I played for Martin for 2 years at Villa. He's the boss. He knows what he's doing. When I first got there, it was the first time I...
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
And now with the World Cup underway, talkSPORT and Meantime have teamed up to create a lager. It's called So Good.
Yes.
Fancy a pie, talkSPORT. It'll be poured from all O'Neill's pubs and some of the best sports pubs across the UK. You can find your nearest pub by visiting talksport.com/sogood. 18+. Please drink responsibly. Paul in Bromsgrove writes,
hello, Paul.
With all these new features, Today's show feels like when Alan Partridge was pitching crazy ideas to the head of the BBC. If you could make monkey tennis a reality on next week's show, it'd be much
just trying out new
appreciated.
things. We've got a 6-week tournament to cover, Max.
Yeah.
Haven't we? Saturdays and Sundays. We can't just do all the same old rubbish.
You can't just
try
do
new
who's
things
gonna
out
win
during the
this.
summer. Who's going to win
Can't just
this?
You can't just do transfers.
Oh, who scored the
Can't just do
most
that.
goals?
Yeah, come
who
on.
cares?
We've got to try
Well,
stuff.
I do care.
Otherwise, nothing changes. Anyway, let's do some transfers with
Yes, please.
Sam Dowling plays music.
Lovely.
Hard to sing that one quietly, actually.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we can bury up yet. 40 minutes left. You never know. Sam, welcome to the
Hello,
program.
Sam.
Hello, good afternoon. I thought you reached those high notes remarkably well there, Charlie. Surprised me.
Yeah.
Classically trained, Sam.
He is classically trained. Yeah, singer and dancer. You know,
Yeah.
that's actually his
Go
expertise.
get it. Come and see me on tour from
Yeah.
September. Anyway.
Yeah. Is it a singing, dancing show?
Oh, very much so. There's too much in it. Yeah. Too much singing and dancing in it. Sam, let's talk about transfers, though.
Yeah. Should we start with Elliot Anderson? You're a Newcastle fan. Like, you obviously had to sell him for PSR reasons, which is looking increasingly sad that you had to do it. And now Man City just trying to hose money at Forest for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you and I, Max, have spoken a few times about this, and every time you ask me the question about how sad I am, and each time it gets sadder and sadder. It will be a British record transfer fee if it goes through. I think it's remarkable. I know Newcastle knew they were losing a potential star. I don't think anyone could really have envisaged this. Is he worth that sort of money? I don't know. I mean, there's that argument: is anyone worth that sort of money? But you've got to say he's done well for himself. He's still a young lad. I mean, it's sore, right? As a Newcastle season ticket holder, it is sore because no one wanted him to go. But I think the reverse argument is that he probably wouldn't be in this position had they not let him go for what was 15 million quid essentially. I know the transfer fee was 35, but basically Newcastle got the Greek goalkeeper Vlachodimos back in return. That paid 20 million quid for him. And he was never even in Howe's thoughts. I don't think he wanted him at any point. So it is sad. I mean, I think for Nottingham Forest that would be a great deal, right? If they can make that sort of money on Elliot Anderson, who's a very, very good player.
Does he ever lose the ball? I don't think I've ever seen him lose the ball.
That is the thing. It does sort of stick to his feet.
Clip that up for the final when he just passes it.
You're too worried about social media. You're too worried about saying anything for social media reasons.
The Geordie Maradona, they called him, and yet his close control was remarkable. And Newcastle, when he played a little bit, he was sort of out on the left wing, couldn't really find his position. But in the centre of midfield, I mean, he's a lovely footballer to watch. There's something old school about him, isn't there? It makes. He's not necessarily particularly tricky, but he does everything really well and with a level of grace that has clearly attracted Manchester City. And I think he could be one of those players who, when he goes into a team with world-class players around him, will just get better and better.
When you talk United and one of your players, I mean, it hasn't been for a while that we've sold anyone, but when they get moved on by another club, you sometimes have a little sweetener on, that you get some money back. I don't think it works for Newcastle. Do they get any money?
I don't think so, because Newcastle were basically desperate. They'd got themselves into a position where they had no bargaining power whatsoever, hence having to spend 20 million quid on a goalkeeper that the manager didn't want at all. So I think this is one of those rare instances which I'm sure Newcastle, being the diligent football club that they are, asked for a sell-on clause, and I suspect Evangelos Marakanis said, yeah, not going to happen, boys and girls.
Should we talk about James Trafford? Where's he going to go?
Oh, again, we're sticking with Newcastle, are we? That's come back. Look, this time last year, James Trafford was telling people that he was joining Newcastle, and Newcastle spent a lot of time on that one. Manchester City triggered a right to match clause. That's quite American, isn't it? I suppose that's apt for a World Cup. But yeah, right to match clause. He went there. Donnarumma came in. We all know what happened next. He's won a couple of trophies. He wants to go and play football, right? I think James Trafford will have seen himself as being much closer to England's number one this World Cup than he actually is because of the lack of game time. So Newcastle are supposedly interested again. They've just signed a French goalkeeper called Ewan Jowan, who hasn't actually played any the equivalent of Premier League football. Yeah, he's played a little bit of football, I believe, but in Ligue 2. if you'll excuse my pronunciation. Newcastle looking to have a revamp of the goalkeeping department. Nick Pope was apparently quite close to an Ipswich move. Don't know if you've seen, their manager is no longer their manager. That might have slowed that one down. I think anyone who gets James Trafford will be delighted, because he is a remarkably good goalkeeper and is almost certainly England's next number one.
Yeah, could go to Spurs, couldn't he? I mean, Spurs. I'd be interested to see what Spurs do in goal.
He's got to go somewhere he plays. You're absolutely right, because Jordan Pickford can't go on. How old's Jordan Pickford? Is he? I'll need to look that up. But he can't go on forever, can he? So, next tournament after. Don't know. What do you think?
I'm just frantically Googling how old Jordan Pickford is.
He's 31. I'm going to say, how old is he?
Oh, he's 32. He's 32. So he's 32. So he's got probably another 2 or 3 World Cups in him. So maybe not. Maybe England's next number one is currently 10 years old and we've never heard of them.
Where do you think Marcus Rashford's going to go, Sam?
I feel a bit sorry for him. I do. It looks like not Barcelona, because, another Newcastle United player, Anthony Gordon, was signed by Barcelona for a lot of money. Rashford, he had a decent season there last year, and I think they've got until the 15th of this month, Barcelona, so another 48 hours, basically, to say, well, we want to activate his clause, which is about 25 million quid, which feels very cheap in the current transfer market. There's rumours now circulating that Bayern Munich are interested. I think that'd be a very good move for him. Vincent Kompany's manager there has done very well. They were supposedly very keen on Anthony Gordon, not so keen on the eventual price that Barcelona paid. So, I mean, how does it work? Is that a little bit frosty in the England camp at the moment? They're all over there trying to be happy, trying to be together, and Marcus is looking at
just forget about it. I think you probably just forget about all that stuff. Even if you're Elliot Anderson, I just think, you're just so in a bubble that, I don't know, it's probably different for different people, isn't it? Anything else caught your eye, Sam?
Has anything else caught my eye? Mateus Fernandes, is he the West Ham midfielder to Manchester United? They wanted Anderson, probably aren't going to be able to afford him. So it looks like he's the backup West Ham have to sell. They've got to make a lot of money. He's in the sort of Aaron Ramsdale zone, isn't he? He's been relegated a couple of years in a row, which is never a good thing, but it does seem that he's a pretty good player at West Ham. What else has caught my eye? Kieran Dyer going in as Southend manager. There's a random one. I like that. That caught my eye.
Yeah, I like that. I'm here for that. That's really good, I think. I like
although it was a shame who was the manager of Southend that did
Kevin Mayer.
Kevin Mayer, did really well. Took them to the playoffs. Didn't quite get them over the line.
No, club legend. Yeah, he won the trophy. His last act as Southend manager was to win the FA Trophy at Wembley. He was their record appearance maker, but the newish ownership has new ideas, is going down the data route. And Kieran Dyer, to be fair, has done his sort of time, done a lot of coaching at Chesterfield. He's been with Paul Cook there, so it's not like you're just sort of plucking some random ex-Premier League footballer and go, right, you can be our manager. So Kieran Dyer's giving it a go. Be interesting to see how they end up.
Yeah.
Oh, we've signed somebody called Callum Stead. Charlie, do you know him?
No, Callum Stead.
Scored lots of goals for Barnet. Okay,
Is he related to John?
Okay. I don't think he's related to John Stead, but if any of the Barnet fans are listening, this is what you want on the eve of Scotland's first game in the World Cup in the 90s. Is any Barnet fans know Callum Stead? Because he scored loads of goals. I'm excited about it. Anyway, Barca Jim's been in touch, friend of the show. He's on tomorrow. He says Sam Delling's mic technique, if you are watching on YouTube, is very Rick Astley, he says. Holding the mic like that. It's, the Rick Astley of talkSPORT.
Are we ever going to have a conversation where my mic technique doesn't come up, Max? Is that a plan? Is that just so you can't be accused
Sam, we're never going to give you up. We're never going to let you down.
We're never going to let you down. Exactly. Cheers, Sam. Thanks for coming on, pal. Good man.
Bye-bye.
Sam Dalling there, doing some transfers and stuff. We'll go back for World Cup in just a second. Shabana Hearn's going to join us from the Scotland camp. Faker, others from the England camp. Always time for Time Differences coming up in the next half hour.
what is interesting there, I think, is that Bellingham is saying the group didn't connect as well as it could have done. Why is he saying that?
As a deflection. Listen, every player knows where they stand. I'm going to give a story, but I'm not going to say the name of the player because that would be wrong. But I will say it was Martin O'Neill because he won't mind me saying this. Okay. You'll get enjoyment. There was a player who came into the Aston Villa changing room, and he was like, "I need to talk to the manager." And us as players were like, "Yeah, you got to go talk to him. You got to go talk to him," because we knew kind of how it was going to go. So he bursts in there and he knocks on the door and he's all bold and brave. And then Martin O'Neill goes, "What? How can I help you?" And he goes, "I need to know where I stand." He goes, "You haven't played for me and kicked the ball for me in 3 months. You know exactly where I stand. Now turn around and get out of my office." Players know where they stand. If you're starting, you know where you stand in the manager's eyes. Yeah. If you're a substitute, you know that the manager does like you, but maybe he thinks in formation or whatever, that's something else. If you're not playing, you know also exactly where you stand.
The memo's clear. I mean, the interesting thing is that it's you get an insight into the psyche of a player, but the most important thing is the follow-up question to what he says. And there isn't the follow-up question. There's just a one-way transaction of we needed to feel loved, we needed to feel, in a certain way, and we didn't connect together, and perhaps we didn't celebrate wins as much as we should have done. Well, there's a real, that's the nature of the beast. That's the society that we live in. Sometimes things are taken for granted, and it's the criticism that comes more readily than the praise. But if you're a team, do you want to be in a big team that has expectations of you? Do you want to play for a big club like Real Madrid that has expectations of you? I would imagine he'd spend more time complaining about playing for Real Madrid and the expectations upon him as a Real Madrid player than he would playing for his country. Right. And the challenge to that sort of question should be, well, what is it you expect of a manager? What is it you expect of people that are supporting you? Because you are lauded and applauded and revered. Yes. I think it's to do with a lot of... you heard rumours coming out of that camp last in the Euros about who didn't want to do press conferences, who didn't want to come up for this, who didn't want to come up that. Harry Kane apparently had an issue about Jude Bellingham not doing enough public appearances and all that sort of stuff. That might be gossip, and some of that might be right. But that should not be an insulation.
Yeah.
Woo! Good afternoon. It's Max Rush and Charlie Baker on talkSPORT with you until 1. Robert's been in touch, Charlie.
Hello, Robert.
That's regarding the, I think we're saying Phil Collins. What was Phil Collins doing?
Phil Collins went from London to... Oh, he was playing the spelling bee in London and LA.
Robert says, do not get Phil Collins to spell studio. He really struggles.
He'll be there all day.
That's really good. It is Max and Charlie with you until 1 this afternoon. We have commentary of all the games today and in the World Cup, of course, Qatar, Switzerland, which we haven't talked about a whole lot, have we? Probably wasn't the one that jumped off the page. But
if that was at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Max,
yeah,
we'd all be sat down to watch that. It'd be an absolute banger.
Actually, the Swiss, I don't think the Swiss might be.
Love a draw, don't they? They always love a draw, the Swiss.
Brazil, Morocco at 11. A massive game there. Paul Mitchell, Darren Bent doing that. Australia, Turkey's at 5 tomorrow morning. Adam Bridge, Mickey Gray, your commentary at 2 o'clock this morning. It is Haiti versus Scotland. Natalie Sawyer's your host, Joe Shannon, Mark McGee, your commentary team, and our Scotland correspondent, Shaban Ahern, will be there. Shaban, nice to have you on.
Hello,
how are you?
Shaban.
Hi guys, good morning. It's match day. Oh,
dressed as
I woke up this morning, I had butterflies.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone else wore that, it'd be culturally insensitive. But you know, you look great, Shaban.
I've not had this off. It's actually sweating. I've got a wee dent in my forehead when I take it off now. I have not had this off my head in the days that we've been here. We were out last night, guys.
All right.
We went to the fan park.
Okay.
And the fan park, to be fair, people could book that a little bit more in advance, but people don't because we're not organised like that. So you spill out across the road into this beautiful place called the Dubliner, which has been taken over by Scotland fans. And we stayed in there for a couple of hours and it was just like catching up with old times. Everybody in such good spirits. Random people whipping out the bagpipes, playing the pipes. Just the bagpipes they were whipping out. Great fun, I have to say. We had a really, really good night. And then we went to meet Natalie and Izzy and Mark McGee and Joe, and we had a nice dinner with them and then had an early night.
Oh, that sounds
that's good. So I'm just waiting for Charlie to do a joke about whipping out the bagpipes.
I wasn't doing anything. I was doing anything at all. What's your favourite song on Scotland the Brave? Scotland the Brave on the bagpipes, I would say, is the best one.
Scotland the Brave?
Yeah.
Is that a song on the bagpipes?
So yeah, it's a banger. Stone cold banger.
It's a banger. I don't know if it's called Scotland.
I think it's called Scotland the Brave. I think so. Jasper, could you find Scotland the Brave, please?
The Brave. On the pipes. Oh, listen, so many people just randomly playing the pipes. Like, it's a real talent to be able to do that, but I can't do that.
So what is the overriding emotion, right? Obviously, you know, is it excitement? Is it nerves? Is it, God, we've just got to win this game? It's just we've spoken about it so many times about Scotland never getting through a group and the great opportunity given how you need one win basically in a half decent goal difference. It's so massive, this game.
It's excitement and confidence. I feel that everybody who I've spoken to, bar one, are really confident that we win this game today, and we win it handsomely as well. That it could be 3 goals. You know, some people just say we just take the win, don't care about how many goals we score. But some people thinking 3-4 goals.
Wow.
This is a good side. That's also really good fun to sit and have those conversations at a World Cup about how good this team, you know, are and the players that we've got in it. I think when you look across the pitch, I think we've got enough to beat Haiti, and I think that just fills us all with confidence. And there's such a different atmosphere. I said this yesterday, guys, in this camp, in comparison to what it was when we were at the Euros in Germany. It's such a different atmosphere, and I think it's filtering down from the manager because he's light-hearted, he's smiling, he's making fun of things, he's having the crack, he's smiling at us. What? Who is this, Steve Clarke? So I think that's filtering down to the players, and everybody seems really positive and confident. But with all that said, with loads of respect towards Haiti as well, because they haven't been here since 1974. They might be worse than us.
We began the programme asking how Scott McTominay's guts are. Any updates? Any guts updates?
Oh, goodness. I saw him yesterday, guys. I needed to go to the toilet and I was snuck into one of the buildings that we were in, and Scott McTominay walked out the toilet and I went, oh, and he looked He looked so well. Colour in his cheeks, looking big and strong and ready. So, no, he's absolutely fine. He trained yesterday. Probably should put more of an emphasis on the fact that Scott McKenna isn't available for today. For me, he was a starting centre-back. Grant Hanley absolutely will start all day tonight, but Scott McKenna is missing. Scott McTominay, the McFratum, McBrother, McSauce, McTummyache, he is available tonight, so that's great.
Yes, listen, McTominay missed a trick by saying I'd give it 10 minutes there, Shaban, didn't he? Anyway, listen, enjoy the game, Shaban. Lovely to catch up.
Thank you, guys. Scotland, the brave.
Scotland. I think that's what it's called. We'll find out.
Shaban should know, shouldn't she? We'll let Shaban carry on singing for the next 10 hours. Commentary at 2 in the morning. We'll cross the England camp and see if Faye is wearing a silly hat and singing as well in just a second.
For you, Carl, obviously playing right back, you'd have played against these two guys, and we don't quite know which one will start, and that's Anthony Gordon and Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. Now, you've played against both. I'm not going to say which one's better, but what differences are there between the two, and what makes both of them as good as they are? Obviously, Rashford being at Barca, Anthony Gordon just got the move to Barcelona. What are the differences between the two?
I think that just says it there. There's not really much with one team signing them both, and wanting to take them because they fit the personality that they want to play the game at. I think, listen, they're both extremely quick players, and they both got an eye for goal as well. The main thing is that I feel that in tournaments that I've played in previously to this, there's not been many other goals than Harry Kane, and that's what we need to find. And as having one of them on the pitch, with Bakaya or Noni on the other side, I think they need to bring some goals into it.
The fullback situation. Reece was a little bit more reserved last night than O'Reilly. O'Reilly, we know he's a midfielder that plays left back. He's an 8 that can be a 10. He's incredibly talented. I mean, you'll know all about him, right? Reece, I felt, was a little bit more structured to his game. And maybe that's because of his hamstrings. Maybe they're managing that. I know at Chelsea they've had to manage that because there is some fragility in and around there. How important is that, though, that Nico Riley does that job on that side? Because his link-up play is exceptional. He really is a major talent.
I think you can't take that away from Nico. What he's done at Manchester City and arriving in the box in areas that you don't expect a left-back to get into just shows what he does offensively. But I think Reece James played a very intelligent game last night. From watching it, he managed himself really well. You don't need to peak now. Reece James needs to peak in the knockout stages. Please God, England get to that, and that's when we'll see.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
There we are. It was Scotland the Brave.
Yeah, Shaban Riley being absolutely hammered for not knowing that. News saying, seriously, doesn't even know Scotland the Brave, deport her. It is Scotland the Brave, embarrassing. But listen, none of us know everything, do we?
No, we don't know
good
everything,
afternoon.
do we?
Good afternoon, Max and Charlie. Trevor the Chuckler here. Shaban is obviously in the company of more Scottish people than she's used to. She sounded a lot like Rabsy Nesbitt today, didn't she? Anyway, well, look, she was in a funny hat singing and dancing. Our England
She looks
correspondent,
like she's having a great time to me.
pressure on Faker Others now, our England
Yes.
correspondent. How are you, Faye?
Hello, Faye.
Thank you. Yeah, none of that, I'm afraid. I'm wearing red, which is about as far as I'll go.
No, fair enough, fair
That's what
enough.
we need.
Look, so, I mean, I suppose the big stories are Bellingham starting and Mark Gay. John Stones instead of Mark Gay is what I have heard. You will know better than I do.
Yeah, they're the reports coming out, which is really interesting, and I do wonder, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more insight into that today, because the England players are flying from West Palm Beach to Kansas City later this morning. So hopefully by the time we see them when they're doing their community open training at around 5 o'clock local time, which is about 11 p.m. in the UK, then we'll be able to see if there's an issue with Mark Gahey, because for many of us, I think that he was the guaranteed starter, and it was who would start alongside him. I sat down and talked to him the other day. He's a very relaxed guy anyway, and you know, he was enjoying playing with John Stones for the first time in ages, because he never got to do that when they both played for Manchester City. Obviously John's now left at the end of the season, but he never got that opportunity, so he was quite excited about being paired with him again. Ezri Konsa impressed the other day as well, so yeah, clearly Thomas Tuchel has seen something about that partnership between the two of them that works really well, but we'll see whether any kind of injury, knock or anything like that might have anything to do with it when we see the players a bit later.
James says, get Faye to sing "End of Hope and Glory" for God's sake. What about this story about the stuff being nicked, Faye?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what we understand is that some of the training kit was in transit from West Palm Beach, which is where they were training in Florida, up to here in Kansas City, and during that journey did not make it, and some of the kit was taken. 2 people have been arrested, as we understand, to try and replace everything as quickly as possible. As I said, the players are arriving later on this morning. They're flying up here. It's a couple of hours flight. So hopefully everything will be all sorted, because this happened yesterday and the day before. Hopefully, you know, they will be able to sort everything out, so by the time the players arrive at Swope Soccer Village, which is where they're training here in Kansas, everything will be replaced and back to normal.
I thought the vibe was up versus Costa Rica, and everyone seemed to be loving playing with each other, and Thomas Tuchel seems in good spirits. It feels like a happy camp, Faye.
Yeah, most definitely, Charlie, and not forced in that way, actually. It feels like, I've said this before, a really balanced group and balanced individuals. You know, you've got personalities in there, and then you've got calmer individuals, and you know, people obviously have the people that they get on better with or have known for longer, but all together they just seem to really gel well. They've had, you know, team bonding meal at the end of the Florida series. Many of them have been playing golf together and various other things. So yeah, that was the whole point. That was what Thomas Tuchel wanted to do. He highlighted very early on how important that was, and actually if you watched the episode of Lion's Den with Jude Bellingham and Morgan Rogers the other day, it's something that Jude Bellingham highlighted wasn't quite right in Euro 2024, which you know, you could tell from the outside. This feels very, very different, and then they're just going to have to familiarise themselves with new surroundings. I think they've got quite comfortable up in West Palm Beach. It's where the PGA are based, and so the golfers in particular were very happy up there. But you know, Kansas is the soccer capital of the US, so I think they'll have some decent fun here as well.
Good stuff, Faye. Now singing us out, Faye Carruthers with Vindaloo by Palace. Faye, enjoy all the rest of it.
Do you know what? I have to tell you something funny though.
Yeah.
I have to tell you something funny because when we were at the game, so some of the US hosts that are kind of the MCs at the game to g up the crowd. A couple of them, they were really good actually. This pair at the Costa Rica game, but at one point Vindaloo came on, and they were giving it some. But didn't know the words, and so it just wasn't quite working. I do know the words, but I won't be singing you out to them.
Oh, go on.
I saw you on the telly, Faye. I saw you on the telly, sat behind the goal, by the way. Wait, that's Faye.
It's Faye Carruthers.
Did you? I'll wave next time.
Yeah, thank you. Good.
Get kicked out.
Good stuff, Faye. Thanks for coming on. Faye Carruthers, our England correspondent there. Obviously, we will keep debating who's going to play in the 10, etc., and all the rest up until England play. Their opening game is Croatia in the World Cup. Time for this. Let's go live to the seats next to Charlie, for there is always time for time difference. And now we've got their theme tunes too. It's your host, Maya Graham.
Hey,
Maya, are you okay?
Hello, I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, welcome. First time hosting Time Difference, big for you. Scoring today, Jeff Peters. Let's bring him in.
Jeff!
Jeff! Welcome, Jeff.
Hello to Maya, hello to Max, hello to Big Sam. Charlie, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's Max 8, Charlie 10, Charlie 1 last week.
Oh, big. Okay, Maya, let's play.
Okay, so first one we're kicking off with, we're going back to the opening evening of the World Cup. Mexico 2, South Africa 0. Goal scored by Quinones. I've told that's a correct pronunciation.
Close enough.
Let's hear how it sounded.
Whoa, no. Wait. Stop.
What? What's happening?
They've got to guess before we hear the goal.
We've got to guess and then we hear the goal. That's true.
I was told otherwise.
Thank you, Jeff.
Apologies.
Thank you, Jeff. Goodness,
that's okay.
Thank goodness,
Joe's
Joe's
to this show, Maya. It's absolutely disgrace.
Unbelievable.
Okay, who's going first?
This was only the other day.
Max.
Okay, Quinones. It was a good goal, wasn't it? And they deserved it. I think it was early. I think it was the 11th minute.
The 13th minute.
Let's hear how it sounded.
That's it, Maya. Let's go.
They've given the ball away on the edge of the penalty area, and it's fired in by Quinones. And Mexico have the first goal of the 2026 World Cup.
Indeed, it was early. It was the 9th minute.
So it's Max 2, Charlie 4.
Very nice.
Okay, goal 2, please.
Goal 2. Now I know how to do it. Let's try this again.
Very good.
So Canada 1, Bosnia 1. Canada's equaliser scored by Carl Larin. What minute was that goal scored in?
The 90. No, not 90. The 83rd minute.
I'm going to go 74th.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's hear how it sounded.
Canada try and come forward now. Larin with a shot, and he scored! Carl Larin!
That goal was scored in the 78th minute.
So Max is 4 minutes out, Charlie 5 minutes out. It's Max 6, Charlie 9.
Okay.
Okay. On to the game in the middle of the night that I certainly didn't watch, and that is USA 4, Paraguay 1.
What are you even doing on talkSPORT, Maya?
And this goal was scored by Giovanni Reina, and this. What minute was it scored in, Charlie?
This was scored in the.
Is it me? It's
Max
me.
Max
it was in the 94th minute.
The 93rd minute.
Okay, let's hear how it sounded.
Finish.
Shot comes in, and it's a 4. And oh my God, that might be the pick of the bunch. Giovanni Reina.
Great goal.
So you have both gone late, and it was late, but it was even later than both of you said. It was the 98th minute.
Ooh. So Max 4 out, Charlie 5 out. Again, it's Max 10, Charlie 14. Max leads by 4 with 2 to go. Charlie to guess first on goal number 4.
Okay, on to South Korea 2, Czech Republic 1. A player that is familiar now to the show, and that is Hwang Him-byom.
Yes.
What minute did he score his goal in this game?
Charlie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he score the equaliser or the winner? I don't know.
Well, you know, I wouldn't have said that if I was trying to put the other person on. But
you're Mars.
You're Mars. I'm going to say the 72nd minute.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'll go 75th.
Okay, let's hear how it sounded.
And here's a chance maybe at the edge of the penalty area. Is it going to go in? Yes, it does!
Oh, it was the equaliser. Lovely finish.
With the equaliser.
That goal was scored in the 68th minute.
Okay, close.
I've done a little bit of checking on this, and I think it was the 67th minute. So Max is 8 out, Charlie is 5 out. As we go into the final round, it is Max 18, Charlie 19. So Max leads by 1 and guesses first.
What a player.
Okay.
What a player.
Go get it.
Go get it.
Very close. Okay, we're going back to the game in the middle of the night that I didn't watch. USA 4, Paraguay 1. And we're going with Paraguay's only goal in the game, scored by Maurizio.
All right.
What minute was it scored in?
When did they score? I'm going to say it was the 77th minute.
I think it was earlier. So I shall say the 75th minute.
Let's hear how it sounded on talkSPORT.
Here come Paraguay, and they've got one back. Maurizio.
And that goal was scored in the 73rd minute.
Oh, Baker takes it. The winner.
Charlie wins 21-22. It's Max 8, Charlie 11, back-to-back wins, and that's 5 wins in 6.
What a game.
For Charlie Baker. Go get it. Can't stop it.
Can't stop it. Thank you, Jeff.
Well done, Jeff. Thanks, Maya. Thanks, Charlie. Me and you back tomorrow.
Back tomorrow.
At 10. Good luck, Scotland. In
Come
the
on,
meantime.
Scotland.
Yeah, come on, Scotland.
First player up front I've gone for Neymar.
No, mate, honestly.
What do you mean? Don't start. I'm giving Neymar a free roll as well.
Mate, Neymar, the most overrated footballer of his generation. I'm not having it.
Conde, don't.
No, I'm not having it.
Don't,
no,
mate. I'm a big Neymar.
No, he
doesn't overrated.
He does. The most overrated footballer of his generation.
Oh my God. At Barca.
No, not having him. Not having him. Not having him. Nope, not having it. Nope. That's the music stopped.
Conde, please,
nope.
mate.
Nope, not Neymar.
Who's a better player? Neymar, Hazard.
R9. Oh, give me Hazard every day of the week, mate. Mate, give me. Is it? No, don't get me on the Neymar train.
Okay. R9's playing with him. R9's
take Neymar out.
But
no,
mate, come on. Neymar. Pace.
No.
Skill.
No, he's got a heart the size of a